Twitch chat. Hey, mic checks, guys. And gals. Hey, mic
You're
checks,
probably good
guys.
to mute, Tiana.
Should
TTF.
Here is the
Alright, sounds
one.
good.
This is the
Good luck, have
slurp.
fun.
This is the slurp for TTF.
That's
Pog.
gross, and I'm muting everyone now.
little bit, but I already screwed this up, so that's cool. Go! Oh my! 10 out of 10 Steel Strat. Frickin' tic-tac tactics. Let's go. Amazing.
I believe. Everyone believe.
There's so many. I'm so happy. I don't even have a space to put this one.
We got it.
Alright, welcome to the grind number 2 of 2019. We're going back to our roots with another low percent hell grind. We're going to see Tic-Tac-Foe, Dafflunk, Kirby 703, and Cold try to beat the category for the first time. I'm Ix, I'm here with Kenny Jump and Flannel Violin.
Hey, gang.
Hello.
Alright, so we'll talk about what the category is, but first, let's just get our runners going. A little bit of a countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! So, it's not a race. They're all here to support each other. Maybe 4 of the top runners in the world who haven't yet completed this category. And I have high hopes, high aspirations for all 4 runners.
Yeah, they've all been close. Some of them have been to Yama. Blocked off 1-1 right away for TTF.
We saw blocked off 1-1. Kirby also opened the first crate that she saw, so
We're off to a good start.
unclear
It's gonna be good.
how committed they are to the run. If they end up seeing a jetpack, of course they should take it or do whatever.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah.
I think in our last grind, Meow Mix Mix attempted an eggplant run in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Pacifist eggplant. That's right. All right, so the first thing we should say, and there's a Twitch command for this as well, but what is low percent hell? Well, standard rule across a lot of speedrunning games is, for low percent, is beat the game acquiring as few items as possible, and the only thing you really have to define from there is what's an item. In this case, we consider it any health upgrade, bombs, mines, anything that will show up in the HUD of the game. Let's see, what else am I forgetting? Well, in any case, the only things that are allowed that are kind of special items are going to be the Ankh that you get in the black market, the Headjet that you get after killing yourself on the Moai stage, the Book of the Dead that you get in the City of Gold, and Anubis' Scepter.
That's right.
A couple other random things you can use like rocks, but It'll
Landmines.
landmines. Oh, by the way, we were seeing our first black market on the top right here with Daft
Oh,
Lunk.
nice.
I think
I
will
really
actually...
like his sprite.
Yeah, the classic. I'm actually gonna test our zoom in feature just to see if it works. But here's our
So nice.
featured
Looks good.
runner, Daft Lunk. So right away he's going to be whipping items out of the way, stacking him, so that when he exits the black market with the Ankh, he's going to avoid picking him up and violating the low percent rules. Looking good so far. There's a jetpack, of course, which if it weren't the grind, he might be picking up here to do a typical hell percent run.
Tough bottom layer here. He's going to have to do something, maybe use a resource.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he could go across the top here. Hope that shopkeepers shoot each other.
There's also a monkey spike pit that he could hope that they hurl themselves into.
Yeah,
True, if they jump over that
it
tiki
would
trap.
take quite a jump, but it is possible.
Alright, so we're down
Well,
to
one of
one
them's down.
shopkeeper. This is an interesting idea.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Hopefully it has another health point. Okay. So if that works out... Oh. Oh, so close.
Very tough.
He had a really smart idea there. I think he was planning to go when the man trap ate the shopkeeper, but once it stunned the shopkeeper, he took the opportunity and just didn't quite work out.
Yeah. We had Kirby 703 whipping some gold, even though she already had 375 gold, so interesting, interesting strats all around. But yeah, we're back in the mines. It's pretty exciting to see a black market that soon.
Yeah, he almost got out of it too.
So Kenny, when you're speedrunning this, you're trying to get basically a sub 5 or close to that. But if you were just going for a straight completion, what sort of things do you like to see in the black market?
Oh, well, seeing the top two shopkeepers get stuck up there is pretty much always good now that we have a Spef's strat to get the middle two shopkeepers out and into the Ankh pit. But alternatively, if the top two shopkeepers come straight down, like there's not a tiki blocking them.
So when you say Spef's strats, for those of us who don't know what that is,
Yeah,
what is a
probably should have
Spef's
explained.
strat for the black
Well,
market?
sometimes you have a tiki or a tombstone to the left of the Ankh pit, and in the past we used to bomb that tiki or bomb that tombstone or just do some sort of YOLO strat, but Spef found out that there's a specific very consistent strat that can lure the shopkeepers right out and they'll fall directly into the Ankh pit, and it's really just fantastic. You can even like do it on speed runs. The shopkeepers sometimes don't jump high enough, but if you just repeat it over and over, they'll eventually just fall down. It's great. So we have our second black market of the stream. We got Kirby. She found one on 2-1, so there's going to be some exit keepers to deal with if she gets out of here. That tiki there could be nice because she'll be able to... Yeah, this is a really nice setup on this middle layer here. She can lure those shopkeepers into the Ankh pit relatively safely. I'm not sure exactly what will happen up top. Yeah, this is a really nice looking market actually. The shopkeepers should be either stuck up top or they'll fall down to the left.
Yeah, it looks good. I know she's been practicing individual elements of this run for the past couple of days, and there's the first shopkeeper dropping. Just looking for one more, and it should be pretty safe.
And where she was standing there, the shopkeeper will run basically a straight line, so she knows what she's doing here.
So the
Now,
middle
the
two are
safe
both
strat-
down?
Yeah, the safe strat here would be to keep checking what's going on up top, because like you'll
that
see.
Shopkeeper got out.
Yeah, though on the left side here, they're gonna come down. So
Yeah.
this is kind of a tricky situation. She's through the hardest part though, really.
Okay.
Oh!
We'll see.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
But we've got some Spef strats that can get locked in the pit.
Yes.
So top is now safe. There's probably a damsel corpse as well that you can use to take on shopkeepers.
So that's a question I had.
Mhm.
So helping hand corpses will
Ooh.
have
Oh, what a
different
jump.
physics than other corpses in the game, so that's
Sure.
why people throw like damsel corpses to
Brute.
get shopkeepers stuck.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Hired help corpse also doesn't it doesn't stun a shopkeeper. It would just basically make them go crazy. So using a hired help corpse is really not a good idea in the black
Would-
market on the help.
You use it as bait.
You could use it
like,
to make them like jump around more if you're like in a really tricky situation.
Mhm.
So
But
we
no,
have
generally,
Cold
if
with
you-
his first market.
If you're expecting the hired help to help you in this category, you are going to be very disappointed.
Yeah, they can. Their corpses in the black market will make the shopkeepers do crazy moves while you're trying to lure them out. So
Yes, be careful
Ooh,
not to whip
this
the
orange
shopkeeper
frog.
here.
Yeah, helping hand being active invalidate the run in any way.
Nope. Helping hands are legal in, I want to say, every category.
so that was a really nice move there to move the cape to get the shopkeeper out of the way.
And then the present, like knowing the layout of the level and that there was a safe man trap to dispose of the orange frog.
Mm-hmm.
It's also nice that this is a late market, so he won't have to deal with jungle exit keepers. It's kind of tricky bottom layer here. Although,
It's pretty tight, so they
I
might end
think-
up killing each other.
yeah, that's right. Worst case scenario, there will just be one left.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
the one left might kill himself on those tiki traps.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
right.
yes, very nice.
There we
Hey,
go.
there we go.
All
As
right.
long as the one up top doesn't come down, which I don't think it will. A
So,
little bit of damage there, but he's got
Soon on
3 HP.
I actually talked with Cold on a previous broadcast that whenever we take damage early, it sort of commits us to a low percent run or a hell run because it's a surefire way to get your HP back. One thing that we don't really like to see here is this wet fur level. So it's got that mini boss King Yeti that is potentially going to be a problem here. Not just for the fact that it can kill you, but also it spits out items places, which are another almost danger here on this category.
Yep. Sometimes they just block the path with their item.
So Cold, taking his time, has to explore the levels more than you usually would on low percent. He's looking for that Moai stage and wants to make sure that he doesn't miss it, otherwise he will not be able to get into hell. Looks like this
Yeah, it
one's
looks
pretty
like-
clear of it.
Yep, so he won't get what we call de-aggro based on where he got the black market.
So
But-
that was it's on my text file. The de-aggro mechanics. So you have to have a specific. Oh, I like what he's doing here, grabbing the Yeti so he can.
Yeah, that was smart.
Oh, he's not going to platform. Yeah, there. You have to have a black market on a specific level of the jungle, and then if it's on one of those levels, you need the Moai in 3-3 instead of 3-2.
Yep, that's right. And if you get a black market specifically in the middle of the jungle,
Sorry.
whoa, really nice plays there. All right, so we have our first player into the mall. But yeah, the market Cold God, it's really generous for de-aggro, so he'll probably get de-aggro into like the City of Gold on this.
Yeah,
But he won't lose de-aggro killing himself on the Moai.
right.
Nope, he won't get de-aggro into 3-4 here
Is
because he
there
got
a resource that maps all of this stuff? Is it like a specific, you have to have 5 levels without killing the shopkeeper before you die? Or what? How does
there's
a text
specifics
file
to it.
somewhere?
Well, there's a,
Oh.
man, that was really sad. Just a couple pixels there. He took spikes to the face. But there's
Yeah.
a Reddit topic that Kanado K made. He made a bunch of the
Definitely going for an any percent.
yeah, that was nice. But yeah, there's a Reddit topic on de-aggro. I think it's linked to in the Discord, but I'm not positive. I think it's in the rules and resources section. If it's not, I should get it in there.
Got another black market for tic-tac-toe here.
Nice.
I think this is the first black market.
Okay. And Daft does go down, and so
Oh.
does DTF.
Just barely took
So-
forward to the foot.
So, in general, people are having trouble with the shopkeepers in the black market. One thing to mention is you don't actually have to have aggro at any point in this run. At some point, we might see runners picking up 50,000 gold and just outright buying the Ankh, which is a way to make it easier on an individual run level, but you'll get fewer opportunities to attempt the seeds.
Yeah, it's a slower strat, but it is a safer strat.
Hmm.
I
Yeah.
could see some runners switching over to it if their runs always keep ending because of shopkeeper aggro. I could see some of them switching to it as
Yeah.
like a last ditch tactic.
Yeah, it's definitely a good idea if you struggle with shopkeepers. All of these guys are capable of finishing this with aggro, though. They all have some very impressive times in various categories.
Yeah, I know that at least 3 of the 4 runners have gotten into hell before with what we saw in the intro video, Daft Lunk even killing Yama but being unable to make it out
Yeah.
of the level.
It would have been a 640 if the
Oh
exit
my
was
gosh.
above him instead of crate.
That's probably a top 10 time or so.
this
That's
is
faster
a-
than me.
So,
So what Kirby's doing is something that she's trying to. Oh, her stream went dark.
Oop,
What?
just turning on cheat engine to kill the...
To kill the.
yeah, we call those mommy strats. Oh, I guess.
Just got sick of it
Just
and
restart.
restarted.
Yeah.
That's a good
So,
strat. Take the L.
That's actually it's not really a low hell percent strat anyway, but it is. There are some enemies that don't take damage from jumping on them, but you can still kill them by jumping on them if you got your whip timing perfect.
Yep,
Uh,
that's right.
The downward
Pretty
jump.
lenient.
Downward
Is
whip.
there like a history to that? Who discovered the whip timing there?
I want to say Late Dog did, but I'm not positive actually. Late Dog got the first low percent hell run, and I remember he did that a little bit before I came around, so I'm not positive on the specifics on which part of the run he discovered. I used to know a little more than I do now too.
So real low percent
Kirby.
discipline by Kirby. She actually went out of her way to look at the specialty shop, saw a jetpack, and ended up not taking it. So I don't know what items she was actually looking for, but I don't know. I would,
I think it
I
might
would
have just
take
been
the
muscle
jetpack.
memory. You see a specialty
That's
shop,
right.
you check it.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, that's right.
I've heard some runners call them like science shops.
Sure.
I've heard them called magnifying glass shops.
Yeah. Is the name for them in the file specialty shops? Is that like the name for them, or is it really just like what the community calls them?
Gosh, I have no idea. Someone else
I'm not
called it
sure either.
specialty,
I
so I
think
did.
Specialty shop is the standard though.
Mhm.
I don't know if it's referenced anywhere like in the game files.
The good one.
Yeah.
Sometimes I like the clothing shop because that can have the spike shoes and the cape, which is almost as good as a jetpack in my mind.
I can see that. Anytime
it's
you
good.
activate the jetpack, you're going up, and that means you're going slower. Oh, got a
I
black market for
actually
cold.
reread the article about Bananasaurus Rex's eggplant run, and there was a part in it talking about if he had gotten the jetpack, he might not have succeeded because he needed the cape to float down onto spikes at some point.
Shout out to Doug Wilson.
Because he was
Hey,
low on
Andy.
rope, so he can just climb onto the ropes. But if he had had a jetpack, the first eggplant run would have ended. Which was, I think, a cool call out in that article.
He probably would have kept at it, but someone else
Oh,
might
yeah.
have gotten it. A couple of people were really close at the same time.
Yeah, B-Rex, I'm not saying it never would have happened, but
That was the one
it wouldn't
chance.
have been that run.
Yeah.
That
So
shopkeeper.
got a
ordered.
cold in the market here.
Oh,
Only
this is
1
annoying.
HP though.
Yeah. Blue Frog is a little
The-
bit annoying in this situation here.
Yeah, the mommy frog.
So
That's
far, so
right,
good.
Grant. 3 hours, Andy. Give or take.
I saw someone running around up top. There's that really dangerous boomerang man there.
Yeah.
Smart,
I feel
smart
the
play to go
boomerang
around.
whip timing is different than the arrow whip timing, and that annoys me greatly.
Whew. Is that right? I have no idea.
I think the at least anecdotally, and I could be completely wrong, I think the aggro range of the boomerang is
Dang.
1 tile shorter than the arrow.
Okay. Well,
I
just in time,
could
we
be
have
very
another
wrong.
runner in the black market here with Daflunk.
Daflunk also using, it looks like a custom Eskimo skin.
Yep, a really cool yellow one. It's also got the sparkles. So it's
Oh,
on the Golden
Tic
Gods.
Tac Foe is also playing
slot.
as the Golden Idol because his green bunny is sparkling in the lower left-hand
That's right.
corner.
Alright, 2 shopkeepers down, 2 more. That guy looks really deadly.
Yeah, that, he might fall down to the left.
Or get stuck
Okay,
in a.
I think he got it.
Yeah.
That guy looks
Oh
really
my.
deadly.
Yeah.
Wow.
No really straightforward markets yet for anyone, actually. So with the
Yeah.
market Daft got here, he's going to need 3/3 Moai head is really the only practical way he'll get Diagra on this.
Yeah,
So,
this is the black market that will trigger a lot of players to go for a max low hell run, which
Yep.
goes to the worm and the mothership. And the reason is you can get Diagra on 3-1.
Okay,
And
looks
see
like
Daft
we
out,
made
yeah.
it.
And he's out.
See how we do on this last stage of the jungle. Still a tricky level. And you've just survived something really difficult,
Yeah.
so it's really
And he
easy to
has
get your guard down here.
And he's got shopkeeper aggro, so he's gonna
Yeah.
have to worry about the exit. Ooh, that's a fun drop.
It's tricky.
Up, cold into the black market.
Nice.
Ooh, scary.
Alright, this is the worst possible exit on a low percent run with aggro.
A boomerang man and a shopkeeper.
Yeah.
He knows that.
Very
And he
nice.
pulls it off.
Okay.
Good stuff.
Just a real quick heads up. One of the addendums to the rules of low percent, we saw Daflunk getting caught by a monkey there right before he exited. One of the relatively recently added exceptions to low percent runs is if a monkey steals your ropes, you can go pick them.
Yeah, we just kind of felt like clarifying that because it comes up from time to time, and the majority of people felt you should be able to continue. So,
Can we focus on either Kirby or Cold at this moment?
Well, I'm gonna
oh
follow
my
actually
goodness, there's so much action.
Daflunk for now, but we've got 2
Alright.
other players in the BM. Just going through, looking for the Moai, and we actually don't want to see the Moai on this stage, but of
Oh,
course we
no.
get it. Classic. So Daflunk will probably not have Diagro for the remainder of this run. There are a couple of fluke
Wow.
things that could happen to give him Diagro later, but
Cold just got thrown around, and the shopkeeper did a really crazy move, but it ended up working out. It looks like he's going to get through the market. Oh no, he took a hit from a frog.
So who are your favorites to get the run today?
oh gosh.
All of them, obviously, but
So Kirby is the one I've seen practice explicitly for this run the most and recently. So that's probably my bet. She's also the highest ranked, I think. Maybe it's Daft. But that's a pretty safe bet. But I would say all 4 have a good opportunity to do it. So there's no
Yeah,
weak
in a
link here.
3-hour window, it probably comes down to the siege.
hmm And we'll see Dafflunk entering the temple for the first time. He's also brought in a landmine, which is a way to save one bomb when killing Anubis. You have to do 20 damage, every bomb is 10, and every landmine is 10.
Okay, oh good, he didn't
Nice.
get a blocked off Anubis. This Krokdov. Okay, at least it's dead, but he took some damage.
You had to use a rope.
That was honestly a smart rope. This situation is... Oh, wow. That was good. The shopkeeper died.
A lot of
That might
spawns
be a
here
little
near the
bit-
exit.
That's a good swamp. That's a nice, safe swamp.
So he's going to have to... Oh, this is tricky. He's going to have to use both his bombs.
Is it possible he could lure it down to the tiki trap for passive strat?
That was brutal. Yeah, he could. He could have. It would have been taking some time and risky, but that could have worked as well. He got just a really bad subroom there at the exit.
Yeah. 2 Crocmen, a lava pit spawning lava men. It wasn't a very nice exit for him.
Yeah, and the Magma Man stun that he got caused him to not be able to throw his bomb, which is really frustrating, but is a mechanic.
So I'm gonna jump off for a little bit, let you guys do the cast, but I'll be here for the tech backend stuff.
Alrighty. So we've got Cold progressing through this market really well. Oh, a really tough bottom layer here, and the guys above him might come down.
I'm kind of hoping that blue frog jumps and kills itself on the tiki trap, but maybe that's not what he would like.
Oh, I see, yeah.
So you just got another world record this morning.
Yeah.
Haunted max low hell, right?
Yep. This category, just going through the Worm, the Mothership, and the Haunted Castle. So
Yeah,
there's
just
bigger
this
resource
category and just those extra things, yes.
Hey, there's your bot.
Oh yes, there it is. You can also check PBs with it, which is a lot of fun.
Oh, that's really cool. We had a community member, Mind's Eye, who had a bot like that, but he hasn't been around.
Actually that was kind of my incentive for creating the bot a little bit. There was some sadness that community member was gone, and I was like, whatever. I could create a bot too.
Well, it's much appreciated.
It's gonna be going. I
It's
warned
checking his
Saturn about it because I didn't want to. That's beside the point. There's a grind going on. So Cold got out of the black
Whoa.
market, and he just platformed off of a shopkeeper for the extra. And he knows he platformed off
Yeah.
the shopkeeper for the extra swag points on the exit.
He's got all his HP, basically as good of resources as you can get, unless you have like an orange frog market. But he also got one of the markets that's more lenient for Diagro, so there's a good chance he'll get Diagro at some point on this run.
Yeah, he got a
Kind of a
2-2
tricky
black market,
suburb.
right?
Yep, that's right. So basically, he'll get Diagro into the City of Gold as long as the shopkeeper doesn't trigger before he goes into the City of Gold, and there's like a 50-50 chance he'll get Diagro on the Moai level if it's on.
And the shopkeeper can get triggered on the temple pretty easily. There's a lot of 2 tiki
Yeah, that's
exits
true.
on the temple.
Yeah, that's true. You'll also get it into Hell if that's the case, but really nice timing there for him. So he's into the ice caves with basically everything.
Yeah.
Hoping for a 3-2 Moai head, but it's not the end of the world if it's on 3-3. Kind of a tough sub-room, especially with that Yeti. You can't do like a quick exit unless the Yeti gets hit by the shopkeeper. And that spring pad is annoying, really tricky.
Yeah. And the spring pads, this is something I've run into. I don't know if it's a problem for many other people, but the spring pads make for usually a pretty safe shopkeeper exit strategy where they just run into the void. the spring pads make the what should be a relatively easy exit like much more finicky.
Yeah,
Oh,
really.
there you go.
Very scary. Interesting decision to throw the bomb, but you can't really fault him for it. He was trying to be safe, but that bomb is going to cost quite a bit in a run like low hell. He gets the right Moai head for Diagro, so he just wants to kill himself basically without aggroing a shopkeeper, which he did.
Looked like it was definitely on purpose.
Yes, because he saw the Moai head.
It looks like Daft Lunk is into the black market. He is doing currently in his Spef Strap run. Is the placement of there is a Tiki man. He's facing the other way, but if he takes damage, he'll face the other way.
That's right.
The way he doesn't want him.
Yeah, if the Tiki man throws his boomerang on a one tile platform like that, he'll turn around after he catches it.
I wonder, like, if that was intended, as it's part of their. It's probably part of the pathing AI.
Yeah, it's tough to say.
Applied to one tile, or it's on purpose, which I think that Andy Hull showed up in TTF's chat earlier this week, so he knows this event is happening. So if he shows up, we might be able to ask him.
That'd be cool. He hasn't. He wasn't around for a while because he was busy with his sweet game Dunk Lords, but yeah, it's nice he's around a bit again.
So one thing that I've noticed, the ice caves can be super frustrating because of the lack of spike shoes. I also just smacked my mic, so I'm sorry, headphone user.
Oh, it's okay. It didn't do much. Cold got into the temple. Unfortunately, no landmine. So what he's going to hope for is Anubis to be near a tiki trap or maybe a thwomp.
Or maybe just even in a sub room where it would be really annoying if you... Oh, no, you don't want him in a sub room. You want to be able to murder him. Yep. Ooh.
Okay, he got a good tiki trap down there, though.
Yeah, it might look like... Does he need to use a bomb? I need to see a bit lower.
I don't think he'll have to, but look at all these thwomps. That's a little bit ridiculous. Okay, he triggered that arrow. That was smart. I'm not sure if he saw the tiki trap down there, but it's a relatively safe tiki trap kill.
Ooh!
Oh my gosh, another one?
There are so many.
Is that okay? At least that arrow trap's triggered.
Oh, and then he triggered the one by the exit. So it looks like his plan is to thwomp.
Oh!
Did the scepter get crushed?
I think it might have. I think it did, yeah.
So, can you talk to me a little bit? Can you talk to me a little bit about the thwomp Anubis kill? Because there's a very specific way to do it in which the scepter doesn't get crushed.
Yeah, that's right. Ix was sciencing that recently, actually. But the stuff we have known for certain for a while is if you crush him with the lower thwomp, if you crush the lower part of him, of his two-tile hitbox, the scepter will remain all the time. It'll just be like on top of the thwomp. But if you crush the top of him, usually the scepter will be crushed. Sometimes you can like clip it in a certain way where the scepter will like just barely survive. But there's a few other things that we don't know like 100%. It might even be related to graphically where the scepter is in Anubis's hand.
Like where the scepter is in his sprite?
Yeah, he's holding a tiny scepter. It's way smaller.
Tiny scepter, which makes me think that it's not.
Yeah, exactly. I think it is more so to do with the way he's facing, and his scepter position changes based on the way he's facing. I don't exactly know if that was intentional, but there's also like some things like you can crush him from below or from above, and if you just like barely crush him, the scepter will survive, but a lot of the times it'll get crushed. The most risky thing to do that I don't think will ever have a surviving scepter is to crush his top half when he's in a two-tile corridor. Like the higher thwomp on Cold Drungus now is the one that crushed the Scepter, and it'll always crush the Scepter like that.
Is there any strats you can do to crush? This would be a pretty interesting seed, but is there any strats you could do where you crush Anubis with the Temple Trap and have the Scepter survive?
I've never done it or seen someone do it, but theoretically it should work if he just barely gets clipped.
Yeah, that would
Because
have
it's a
to be
vertical
some.
crush, it's not the top crush.
So it'd have to be.
Yeah, Yandy, that should work too. I haven't done that though, or seen it.
It looks like Cold is back into the BM.
Nice.
So how much of this grind do you think is people going to be resetting into 3?
Not a whole lot this time around so far. I think we had one low hell grind where there were like hardly any markets, but it's kind of surprising after we started doing these, seeing how often people will get markets if they're just specifically looking for them, which some of us experienced like when we were first trying to do the category, but you never really notice how common they are until something like this.
Yeah. Until you're looking for them because you don't have the Ujet. And that's actually a question I had. Was there, since I'm more recently a member of the community, was there a discussion around whether or not the Ujet Eye was allowable for this run?
There wasn't really a super long discussion. I just know Fibonacci and Schnitzel, DX, and Late Dog talked about it a little bit. The run was still just theoretical at that point. And they kind of just agreed that it was better to not allow the Ujet Eye. And I really like that decision because getting a random black market is one of like the coolest things in this game. And if you always had the ability to get one, it would really take quite a bit away.
Yeah.
But,
also, if you need more than one bomb to get to the black market, it's not a friendly black market for a low percent run anyway.
Yeah, that's right. So if you're speed running as well, there's usually like the fastest runs would always require a visible black market anyway, pretty much.
Yeah.
Because you won't be using multiple bombs and you won't be searching around a whole lot. But that's a good argument people have had for why the Ujet should be allowed.
Yeah.
Personally, I'm happy with the way it is, though.
So it's interesting because I've seen some streamers, they notice the black market before the Ujet Eye even blinks. And so it seems that every time they have the Ujet Eye, it's completely visible, but when they don't have the Ujet Eye, that's when it's buried in the lower right-hand corner of Tooth.
Yeah, there used to be a meme about the Ujet being useless because sometimes it wouldn't tick when you had it, but it was just like because it was in a corner.
It looks
like
we
have Cold
got Diagram
all the way into that's right. Down one bomb like last 2 bombs.
Oh, that landmine gift from above.
Oh my goodness. Almost a curse.
It was pretty close to a curse, but he's like, oh, thank you, Heaven, for this wonderful landmine. I will take it to the temple.
Alright, hopefully he gets a kinder Anubis this time around. He's going down pretty quickly. There's another really nice Tiki Trap. It's actually better than the last one, but again, all these thwomps. This is pretty... It's maybe not that intuitive of a situation, but there is a pretty good solution. That Tiki Trap down there by the exit will get Anubis really well. I think he's seeing it, yeah.
I think, yeah, there, okay. I did not see the Tiki Trap you were talking about, but if he can manipulate... There's another thwomp there, though, that makes him kind of scared of jumping in a certain direction.
Yeah, it looks like there's a slight situation now.
Do you think he might have to... nice!
That works.
He did have to use a bomb. He couldn't use... I'm going to call them pacifist strats. This exit looks like it's going to be a little bit tricky because he has to manipulate that thwomp to not crush him, or he has to use a rope. It looks like he's Yep, he decided to be safe about it. So he's got one bomb left, and he needs to use that bomb for the city of
That
gold.
bot.
Huh?
That's very funny. The bot
Pacifist is not a category. It's not.
sounded like it was sassy.
It's true pacifist.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I missed it. I was looking at chat.
He got telefragged. That was very
Oh,
brutal.
that's not. That you blink and you miss a telefrag.
That was so sad. Well, it's rare, but it happens. Cold has had some really frustrating miscellaneous enemies just getting in his way in the temple on these. He's had a generous amount of VMs, and even the Anubises weren't too bad, but some of these other things like Hawkman, Thwomps, and as we just saw, Crocman, rough.
I think Cold has been our only runner to the temple, unless I'm misremembering who got
Daft
the
got-
really
I
bad.
think Daft got
Daft, yes, Daft had that really awful exit with the lava.
Yeah. So we've had Daft and Cold into the temple. Was Kirby maybe? I can't remember how far Kirby's been. But yeah, still quite a bit of time left. I mean, it's really hard to finish this run like on command, let alone if you haven't done it yet in like an event setting. So like the primary thing is just that everyone's having fun. I really love watching events like this, just being able to see 4 people try low hell at once who haven't gotten it yet. That's always been one of my favorite things, is to watch people trying for their first low hell run.
Yeah. Also, I really like the work Ix did to do a focus, because it's really hard to sometimes look at somebody getting pretty far in the temple and they're just in the lower left-hand corner of your screen.
Yeah, we used to do that in the past, but we didn't for a little bit. But we got it
Cold,
back.
this is like his 7th black market in the row.
It's great. I'm loving it. Embrace the good RNG. He's been unlucky in some other ways, but let's see how this market looks. It's the market that has rare Diagro. He'll only get it with a 3/3 Moai. So, but the exit keepers haven't really been a problem for him. They would have been, like Brute Mars mentioned, on that last low hell seed though that he had.
He did have issues. There was that one exit shopkeeper that had Yeti also guarding the exit that looked a bit trickier.
Oh
for
right,
him.
yeah.
So, one of
Oh,
this
brutal.
is so that actually is what I'm about to talk about. There are several run killers here in this category. Oh, it looks like Tic Tac Fo whipping gold. Go for the low no gold. But there are several run killers. The first of which is not finding the BM, and the second is probably dying in the BM because you don't have the Ankh at that point.
Yep. And we haven't seen a lot of black markets for TTF. I think he's kind of getting.
TTF was
Some bad
lamenting in
RNG
his
there.
stream earlier this week that finding black markets is one of his finding visible black markets is one of the things that he's not that great at.
I think he's pretty good at it. I know Daft is really, really good at it. Like back when you were asking who think might have the best chance to get it, I think Daft kind of crossed my mind there. But he's also rustier than both Kirby and Tic Tac Fo. Probably only about as rusty as Cold. So that might make it a little harder.
Bronx Taco brings up another run killer, using all your gold bombs and forgetting that City of Gold needs a bomb. A different run killer that I've noticed in watching different practice runs is going the wrong way on the ice caves and running out of ropes. It's kind of I think the saddest run killer, because that one is if you don't have like the muscle memory of correct sub rooms. Oh, he's found his black market.
All right. He's also got no gold, but I don't know if he'll try to keep that.
Can you talk about the difference of what you have to do on a black market with no gold strats versus low strats, because I've recently just got my first no gold run because I'm a professional Spelunky streamer.
Nice.
And shopkeepers are gold bombs, and that
Yep.
makes this category a bit different.
Yeah, there's some situations that are just impossible, but one of the main things in the market, for your question, Tic-Tac-Foe actually did. He picked up the hired help and moved him like a tile or two towards the shopkeeper. It'll just make sure the hired help has a bigger chance to get manhandled by the shopkeeper, so that the hired help won't go grab gold. Oh my gosh.
That holy wow.
Okay, he gave up the no gold part, which honestly I'm fine with.
It looks like it was very much on purpose, because he
yeah.
could have easily avoided that
Oh my.
cloak of gold.
No.
Oh!
It's no.
Oh!
Sad. Really tough exit subroom down there. But we've got Kirby in a market on 1 HP, but thankfully it's a late black market, so she's only going to have to survive a little bit. Still has
2 levels, maybe 3.
Yeah, that's right. Still has to get through this market. Okay, we got 1 shopkeeper down.
So it seems like Kirby's favorite spelunker is the Sombrero Man. And I kind of want to ask her about why that's her spelunker. Kind of like I want to ask Ix about why the ninja is his favorite. It seems that in most of your runs you're playing the Eskimo. Is there a reason you latched onto that specific character?
I like the larger-headed sprites and also like the round-headed sprites, but
so it wasn't like an
it's not a
emotional
huge
thing. It
deal.
was very much a this is better for the run thing. Oh, the exit for Kirby. Oh no.
Dang, so close. But just like that, we have another market. There's been so many markets. This is great. Cold getting it. I think Cold is also not just getting some good market RNG, but he's also good at finding them.
Yeah. It looks like Ix has updated
There's no watermark. That is incorrect, Ix. But it's just a joke.
So this is interesting. The whip strats in the black market to group all the items to make it jump easier. I've seen several runners do that pre-grabbing the onk. You technically only have to whip passive items that pick up when you touch them.
Yep, that's right.
But mostly I think the muscle memory is there to just whip everything into a pile.
Yeah, it used to be difficult for me. I used to see DT always go through the markets, and he would know like right away which ones needed to whip, which items he could jump over, and for a long time I always just grouped all 4 items together onto one tile. But it does, like over time, it starts to build up. Cold has dirt on their cube. Interesting.
I think that's because he keeps finding black markets. And...
Yeah. So he wants to see a Moai head here because he got a late black market. I'm not seeing it. I think there's only there's the Moai head can only spawn in one of the middle 6 subrooms. One of the middle 8 subrooms. It can't spawn on the top layer or the bottom layer.
How many tiles is a subroom?
8.
8 by 8?
I want to say yes.
So this is a very confident strat. It seems like almost aggressively confident, but because Cold did not see the Moai head on 2-2, he is able to exit 2-3 insanely quickly because he knows that the Moai head has to be on 2.
Yeah, he basically because he didn't see it in 3-2. There's a nice landmine.
Oh yeah.
So hoping for a generous Anubis, seeing him right away is always nice.
That's always nice. It doesn't look like
He's
there's
not
an
in
easy
an
swamp
amazing
or tiki
spot.
track.
He'll be able to get to him with 1 bomb though.
It looks like he'll be able
And he
to.
doesn't.
There is.
It doesn't even have to be a perfect bomb. I think he got an idea. This mummy is kind of annoying, but I think it'll die.
There we go. There's no easy thwomp or tiki trap for the Anubis kill here.
Yeah, what if he's able to take out? If he puts that landmine up there, I don't know if he can.
Ooh,
He can
he's
make that
trying
jump
to-
off the. He can make the jump off of the tile.
but he'd rather thread the needle.
I think he's starting to. Let's see. Yeah, what he wants to do is put the landmine right on the edge there.
It looks like real quick Kirby's into the black market.
think
TTF
it's
is
another-
dealing with a.
Whoa.
Is cooking a bomb. I don't think that hit
yeah.
Anubis.
That's okay, because I think he's going for a tiki kill. He's got to get on the other side of him though. He's
Yeah.
probably going to opt to use. He can get him now up against the tiki. I think he's seeing it. Yeah, he's got it.
Is the Tiki Anubis kill strat named pacifist strats or low percent strats?
It's not really called either, but it definitely was used in low hell quite a bit before pacifist. But yeah, interesting note about the tiki kill is the tiki will only trigger on the top half of Anubis. Oh gosh, that was an annoying Magma Man.
Maybe that's why it's related to
man.
the thwomp on the top half popping out, getting the scepter crushed as well.
Yeah,
like
probably.
the top half of the hitbox is the real hitbox.
We have our first runner into 4-2 on this run, successful 4-1. He's down 2 HP, which is very costly in this run. I would say HP is like probably the most important of the three.
It means that his hell is going to be he has to have a basically perfect hell. He can't take any damage.
Yeah, and there's he could get punched on Yama and die.
Why does cold always have swamps? it's a
That was
payment
crazy,
back
yeah.
for fighting all these black markets. Shooting the scepter is not allowed in low percent Joko.
Yeah, that's right.
You can pick up active items, but you may not use them by rules as written.
Yep, that's right.
Kirby's got a maybe an eggplant seed if there's an altar. I don't think there is. She's not gonna look. That's first city of gold. So he has to use his last bomb to access the Necronomicon.
Yeah, there was a more scary than tricky situation there at the top. He opted to do something safe, which can't really knock him for. Okay, hopefully he tucks the bomb here, because otherwise the push
Yeah.
block is going to...
That is a
I
very.
think that's what he's figuring out right now. Yeah, he got it.
Yeah, there we go. If you don't tuck the bomb, you don't get the top right block. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right. It doesn't increase like the blast radius, it just makes the bomb a little closer. I don't think he should use a rope here, but he might. It's tough though.
And then we're gonna get into Olmec strats, and I have questions about various Olmec strats. The first of which being what we're about to see Cold do here is the Atubis kill.
Yep. So there's a couple different ways you can do it. The safest way is to probably just whip him once or twice, or throw like a pot at him, just to
Yeah.
make sure he's further to the left. That'll lessen the chance of getting against the wall without him being
Yeah.
dead. And you
Makes
can
the-
make him move slower by doing stomps every once in a while, but that increases the chance for spawns.
Okay.
He had a really nice clean kill there.
So now what he's doing, and then I'm going to talk for all the people in the chat who've never seen Spelunky played before. So at this point, what he's doing is there is a lava pit underneath all of this, all of these blocks here in the floor, and to win Spelunky, period, you have to kill Olmec and exit in the to the door on the right of the level. But what Cold is doing here is he needs to make it to Hell, and the only way to make it to Hell is using Olmec's head as a platform at that door you can see on screen right now. It's a very
Ooh.
that
One
orange
damage,
frog
though. Looks
almost
like-
got him.
First runner into hell. Very impressive.
So what he has to do here is survive Hell on 1 HP, but so Olmec strats, that particular 5-block crushing strat, was that a strat discovered because it was faster, or was that a strat discovered because of low percent?
I think it was discovered because it was faster once people started not trying to be safe on him. Yeah, that strat's really old. I'm pretty sure it was around before low percent. Not an easy 5-1, but thankfully not too awful. Into 5-2. This might... I'm not sure if Cold's been to Yama. So, this might be the first he's been. I'm pretty sure he's been into Hell a couple times, though.
Are there any, other than just straight up dying, are there any run enders due to lack of resources?
Yeah,
that you
all
can
the
run into in
time.
Hell?
We might even see one. Oh, good thing he's able to get back up here. Hopefully, yeah. But yeah, you can get blocked off levels in Hell, and it's actually more common than in a lot of the worlds. There can just be a tiki trap blocking off the exit. Very common layout. Yeah, and he doesn't have a bomb, so he wouldn't be able to get through. But we're not seeing that yet. We'll see. He's making some really smart plays here. Hopefully, he waits out that Magma Man, because they can jump. And this. Whoa.
He has to. His hand is a bit. This looks like a
Wow,
nice safe
that guy's
exit.
chasing
There you
him. Into 5-3, really impressive. I wish he had just one more HP.
I wish he had just one more bomb.
Yeah, you can get hit without having any control over it on Yama.
So, Yama is the actual final boss in this game. He's the end boss of Hell. This is all the hoops that we've been seeing the runners
my
jump through,
gosh.
going to the black market, getting the Ankh, all of that, and dying on the Moai head. All of that is necessary to even see Hell, and therefore Yama.
It's crazy how this game will throw stuff like this.
What would your strat be here,
At the
Kenny?
end, I'd drop down and whip the bat on the left when the spike balls are pointing down, and then the other bat.
Oh, that works too.
Hey, that probably better than what I was thinking of doing. Safer. So the problem here is the spike balls on the left are rotating at different speeds, so it's
Okay.
well done.
Oh,
Got through.
so good.
Just give him one easy exit. Oh my
Oh
god.
no, he has to use a rope here, doesn't he?
He might have to use two with how long that chasm is.
So I know on Yama strat,
Oh my
one of the
gosh.
Yama strats is 2 ropes. Oh, he's thinking about
Crazy.
restarting. Look at that.
Maybe the chest is trapped.
Oh, like it's a bomb inside the chest, and he could destroy the lava. Do you think
Yeah,
he was
or
listening
just
to
go right
us?
to the right. Oh, there he goes. If the Magma Man triggers the Tiki Trap, he can drop to the left there, but that's still a 6 tile. Why? Why does this game do this to him? You can make that drop, but it's not pleasant.
Oh,
Oh.
no!
He tried so hard. He did really well. But I can't... I mean, I believe it because it happens all the time, but what this game will do to you at the end sometimes is just very difficult.
If he had had a bomb there, he could have bombed like a thinner part of the level and gotten
Yep.
like to have a safer exit. But since he had to use, I think it was 2 bombs on the Anubis fight, that wasn't an option for him.
Yeah, a lot of great decisions there. Got really close. Still very possible we'll see a completion. So we have Kirby, which is in 3-2, got through the market. Yeah, I was just hyper focused on Cold's run there. But yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not sure which level Kirby needs.
Does anybody know what level she got the black market on in chat?
We'll know after this level.
Whether or not she gets de-aggro?
Yeah.
So I have a... So we saw one Olmec fight, and I've seen some people, I think he X'd it a couple times, and it's just a straight up question about the Olmec fight. Sometimes runners flatten out the level. It seems
Oh, right.
low to me, but why is that a strategy?
Well, if you're really good at dealing with the spawns, and you are trying to complete a run or trying to do a fast run that loses some time on Olmec, where you're like, oh my goodness, brutal death there for Kirby. Really sad. But yeah, we call that slow strats. Back when no one had the max 0% no gold hell, people were doing those on Olmec. But sometimes those aren't even safer because you can get some really rough spawns. But yeah, that's why sometimes you see people doing that.
So, max low no gold. So you were almost. I think you picked up on your recent world record. You picked up gold on 1-2. I think you were whipping a pyramid and you walked into it. Would that have been the first haunted max low no gold hell?
Yeah, no one has that one. Spef, me, Spef, and...
Cold finds another black market on a dark level. What is going on?
It's also a late one, which is really nice. I mean, when you have a late black market, the black market tends to be more dense with enemies and tiki traps. But this one looks pretty good. Holy. Alright. Some really... Oh, no. Oh, I thought he picked up the ropes, but he did not.
And so this is something I asked. I think I asked it in Discord, but it invalidates low percent even if you pick up an item and promise not to use it. So
Yeah.
you can, if you pick up gold but only use 4. I'm sorry, if you pick up ropes but only use 4 ropes over the course of the run, it's still an invalid low percent run.
Yeah, that's right.
You have to use the
Wow.
underscore. His name isn't DT, it's D_T.
Oh, so close. He got through the hardest parts of that too with some really good shopkeeper instincts, but got caught off guard by a tiki trap. We got a market for TTF here.
Oh, good. I really like how I feel like our runners are collaborating with each other. As soon as one run ends, at least someone else is in the black market.
Yeah, so many black markets. It's awesome.
So there's a lot of that tiki trap. He got knocked off the ladder. Was there a safe spot on that ladder for him to climb up to not get hit by a falling? Or is it just luck?
Yeah, there's a safe spot on the ladder. It's not a certain tile. It's like half a tile.
Save strats in Spelunky?
Hey, Ix.
Hey. That was pretty wild. Trip to 5-3.
Yeah, I want to say that's the furthest Cold's ever been, but I'm not positive.
He's had a couple into hell for sure, but yeah, that was a painful one to watch.
He's one of the least experienced in terms of low hell. Definitely less experienced than Daft and Kirby, maybe Tic Tac Foe too for low hell. But he's been capable of it for a very long time. He just didn't focus on it specifically.
By the way, Flannel just muted herself and left, so you probably won't hear commentary from that end for a little while. But yeah, I feel like I get on mic and it's the first time in about half an hour we haven't been in a black market. Please fix. Let's go, Kirby. I jinxed it. Two runners into the jungle right now, just looking around very carefully for any spot it might be hiding. Definitely get to find just a couple extra black markets if you're looking at all the subrooms you've got access to. Looking up, looking down. Yeah, very, very thorough job by these runners here. I'm actually amazed at just how many black markets we're seeing. We've done, this is probably the 4th low percent hell grind event, and never seen this many, and probably just...
It feels like it's been a while since we've had a low percent hell one.
Yeah.
They're always my favorite.
Yeah, we had some success during the Kapala Cup, both you and DT making it to Yama. I know you completed one. Can't remember if DT did as well.
I can't remember either.
Yeah. That was a fun one though. Yeah, slightly higher tier of racer. Again, these are the 4 of the people who are closest to getting the low percent hell run, but just haven't been able to make it just yet, or at least they're the highest on the leaderboard.
The other 2 people who stick out are Sam and TNF.
TNF, yeah.
Yeah, so we might be seeing one from them sometime soon as well.
Ah, nice little shop there for Daft Lunk. Would like to see that on 1-2. It was the perfect speed shop.
Yeah.
But one thing you're seeing, we haven't noted this before, but at the end of 2-3, you're seeing runners just randomly drop a bomb and sort of hoping for the best. It's, you know, you can't find a black market if you take that exit, so one last ditch effort. And any,
Yeah.
I've probably found 2 or 3 the entire time I've been spelunking, and it just feels incredible when that happens. The last ditch Hail Mary.
A huge dry spell of getting a black market under the 2-3 exit, but I got one the other day.
Yeah.
It had been a very long time though.
It almost feels like cheating, or people are
It
going to...
also took 2 bombs.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, if you're about to reset, you may as well take that one last lottery scratch.
Yeah, because also if you think about it, you've seen so much of the jungle, there's a bigger chance than you might think that it will be in some random terrain
Yeah.
on 2-3. You'll see in a lot of hell runs, people will randomly find them, but that's because they have, you know, more than 1 or 2 resources to search crust.
Yeah, we saw Daft Lunk bombing the largest chunk of terrain he could find in 2-3, but sadly, and don't expect to see it, but didn't find that black market. But TTF now the only runner into the jungle, and now Kirby will be joining him. Dead our Restless level, which means we know exactly where that black market is if you've been following the subreddit. All you have to do is toss a bomb right by right by the castle entrance. Not really guaranteed, but because it's such a large chunk of ground, and because you're oftentimes bombing into it, we do find quite a few black markets there, but Kirby decides against memeing and will look later on in the seed for it. Probably a smart call.
I have to step out for 1 minute, but I'll
No
be right
problem.
back.
Alright, just me. Hold
And
down the
I'm
fort.
just muted, so it's not just you.
Alright. So Cold, unfortunately, having to burn a rope, and we saw late into Hell that can actually be very painful. The safe Yama fight is one that usually involves 2 ropes, but these runners have practiced and are familiar with ones that will use fewer resources.
This the Yama fight.
Yeah.
So I watching Kirby yesterday. She actually she said that she thought she was more consistent with the 0 rope strat, just platforming up on the left or right and using the chain.
Okay. Yeah, it's a thing. I feel very comfortable with the one rope strat where you whip the first skulls that come down from Yama's fist, and then as you're going over, you use a rope to defend yourself. But yeah, whatever runners are comfortable with.
Something I wanted to talk about when we saw our first. Tic Tac Foe. He does this when he feels like a bunny isn't really helping him out, so he's switching his button.
Oh, goes down. So yeah, the purple bunny. Let's hope for the best here. How about you? I know you play with a couple different characters. Is there reason to it, or is it kind of random?
My 2 favorite are the purple lady or pirate. I forget which.
Peggy.
The name. I hate the name
Peggy
Peggy.
Pirate?
Can it not be Peggy? And then the other one I really like is the Viking.
The Viking, yeah.
I don't. Sometimes if I feel the need to prove to myself that I can beat this game, I play as Yang. Just be like, this is proof, I did it.
I have unlocked it. Well, you can also use save file manipulators and still get that character, or you can put the Yang sprite on another character, so not quite proof.
I'm holding off on doing any sort of save file manipulator until I actually 100% my own save file.
Yeah.
I still need to do big money, which sounds horribly boring, so I'm putting and I need to convince.
That's a 7-minute run. That's easy.
It's so boring. And then I still need to convince my husband to do a co-op run for me, and so it's a lot of it. I would like to 100% my own save file before I start doing save file manipulation.
That sounds good. And the Steam achievements, and the Moss ranking achievements, and...
Not the Moss ranking achievements, just the Steam achievements. Because for the Moss ranking achievements, I do need to reset my save file completely.
That's true. You have to do an all achievements run.
And an HAE and an ASO.
To get all the achievements, you'd actually have to get, I think, every main world record or close to it.
Why is the chat in sub only mode?
What?
What?
Is that right?
Oh no, I think no, that's my bad. I did some. The Magic the Gathering, the Magic the Gathering stream is in sub only mode, and I accidentally clicked on it, and there's a bug in Twitch. Don't worry about it.
All right, cool. But yeah, if someone other than Nightbot could say something just to put my mind truly at rest.
You need, sadly, because the category names are split by spaces, I can't split commands on spaces. You need the comma after the command. I'm sorry.
By the way, I got tricked. I thought Daft was in a black market, but it was just a layout that looked kind of similar. I've been bamboozled.
I'm gonna use the word bragged.
What? Never.
You said that you and Kinney know subrooms better than most. Oh, it looks like Daft Punk is going for buy strats. He just duped a pile of gold.
Needs another stack of gold somewhere, and he's got enough. Hopefully, he finds a black market, and it's rewarded for his time here.
Is he on 2-2?
I think 2-2.
I can't see. For some reason, the we're getting into inside baseball here, but the Kirby found a black market. That's fun. But the Discord stream is a slightly lower quality than the Twitch stream, so it's hard to see like what people have at the top right without looking over at the.
Oh yeah, I wonder if it's probably someone else who's watching, who's having a slow connection, or maybe it's one of us. I don't know. But yeah, Twitch should be okay here.
I have a fiber connection, so it's definitely not me.
All right, so Kirby taking care of the first or the second tier of shopkeepers here. We don't know exactly what the top ones are doing right now, so that can come back to haunt her. Meanwhile, Cold finds another black market, very visible from the start in 2-2.
It looks like Dafflunk did not get his collect strats, buy strats.
Ixstrats.
Didn't pay off.
That's an official Ixstrat actually.
Is it?
Yeah, that's the original.
That's the only strat that's not a spef strat, as far as I know.
So one last shopkeeper to deal with for Kirby here on the bottom level. Looks like she's gonna look around for a corpse. Or
do shopkeeper corpses stun shopkeepers?
They certainly do. The only dead entity that will not is the hired help.
Yeah, because the hired help, it seems like it has the same physics. I'm just gonna say it has the same physics as a player's corp. Or AI, maybe? You don't think so?
I don't actually know. Well, I don't usually throw my corpse at shopkeepers.
Yeah, I'm basing it basically. I'm basing my bold claim off of the physics your corpse has in Polaroid and where it does the blink when you take damage, quote unquote.
All right.
So
I can see it. You could test on a 2-player run at some point.
I know that the I'm gonna say oiled hired help, where you try to pick him hired help's corpse up and it bounces. That also happens on co-op runs.
If a hired help dies while it's in the air, I believe that's one of the triggers that gets it to be a little bit slippery to pick up. Just a crazy bug.
Oh man, this is something a lot of runners pine for. They're like, oh, psychic level, and she keeps doing anything about it.
Yeah, it's a free jetpack, but unfortunately, that would invalidate the run.
Free. You have to use at least one bomb.
Sometimes landmines, sometimes those ceiling turrets. A couple ways to get it, but yeah.
She's manipulating this UFO here to get a safer exit through the psychic level.
Yeah, nice little strat there. I'm a little bit worried about the ceiling turret, but if you move out of range, it'll reset its timer, and Kirby makes it out. So, looking for the exit here. This is kind of a tough level, but taking it very calmly, very carefully. Meanwhile, Dafflunk in the haunted castle sees a black market. So we'll either see.
Hey, where's the black market? How do you see it?
It was at the top there.
Does he have to climb the castle, or is it accessible from the outside? I guess he has to climb it.
Tricky exit here. Looks like Kirby's gonna have to use a rope. Maybe some hero strats. Oh wow.
Is she gonna?
Nice.
Nice, so good.
That was
great.
Nice.
All right, I'll pop back off again.
See you later.
It's okay if we're all on.
Alright, so still following Kirby. A saves a rope on that exit in 3-1. We're going to be looking for the Moai here. Not seeing at the top. Meanwhile, Deathlunk into the black market with no bombs. There are some theoretical ways to complete a low percent hell run without bombs, but I don't
He
think...
picked up a compass.
Yeah, okay. Just doing a normal hell run, just a little bit of a difference. Kirby dies in the abyss, and unfortunately it is not a Moai stage, so this run is going to be starting over. Get back to our
Some
4-player
pretty
mode.
crazy plays there.
Actually, red on cue, we got Cold Winters in the black market using Some bombs to make it way more dangerous?
Well, that's
I don't know about that strat. Alright, trying some new strats out. That's a...
So, is there? I've seen a couple of runs where people have at least one bomb going into Yama.
Huh?
But no one uses the bomb.
I don't think anyone has in a completed run, but you could make Yama switch to his second form a little bit faster with a bomb. Actually, one of the original low percent health strats, we should bring Kenny in for this. A theoretical fight was bringing Yama's head down to the floor and then using the mini boss's bombs to do the 40 damage to it.
What?
I also don't know if anyone has completed a run like that, but
I don't think anyone has.
yeah. Yeah, it was before the Tiki fight was involved. There was also a strat where you would take Yama's head to the bottom and then pin it to the ceiling and just start whipping it. I think the second
that
world
one
record.
got a lot more workshopping than the
Yeah,
former.
that inspired some snowball fights that I envisioned, as well as some landmine fights.
The quick gamble by Kirby.
That was great. It was a
In,
jetpack. You have to.
Have to do it, yeah.
In my low percent in my I'm sorry, my very first baby any percent, I I gambled for some spring shoes and got them.
Yeah,
It's a valid strat. It's a valid
absolutely.
speedrunning strat.
It's Spelunky, right?
Daft Punk changing it up with a different Eskimo.
So, not really superstitious, but just having a little bit of fun with the variation. Or getting mad at your character.
Kenny, do you and Dafflunk share a sprite sheet?
We've shared some sprites. I think I share more with Maz. Just the ones we're currently using, but all three of us use a bunch of different Eskimos.
I think that I might try to get my I think I might try to get a recolor of the Viking going. Oh, yeah, Ix, you weren't here when I asked Kenny,
Oh.
but why the ninja?
It is tied for the fastest and smallest hitbox of any of the characters.
It's the exact same as the.
I just said it's
the
tied.
rest, so it does make sense.
I mean, what's better than being a ninja?
Cold's in the black market.
Oh, very nice.
Being an Eskimo.
I'm partial to the Viking myself.
I used to have a red Viking, but I don't know where the sprite went.
The Viking
And the horns
is...
on the Viking kind of were a little bit distracting for a while. Really unfortunate orange frog.
So not happy that Cold dies there, but some of the deaths in Spelunky are just too funny.
Yeah, are we allowed to giggle while we're commentating?
Well, I mean, maybe. Hopefully.
A chuckle
see
here
what
and
we know.
there.
Yeah.
Kirby
Try to
trying
keep
lasted
lighthearted.
strats. Just bombing, trying to find a black market.
I mean, we're all rooting for all of them.
Yeah. Yeah, no personal vendettas here.
I am explicitly not rooting for TTF.
Nice. So we saw another Dead or Restless, including a castle, and Daft Punk bypasses the chance for Reddit fame and about 2 upvotes. Alright. I find myself looking just as hard as the runners for the black markets, and it's pretty taxing on...
TTF's getting so few.
Yeah.
Someone
it's the
else got
bunny.
like none, or 1 or 2 when we did one of these. I can't remember who. I think it might have been Cold, actually.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, a couple of these
I'm
people
not
have been in a couple of grinds before. I think TTF, this might be his first, but the rest are veterans. Oh, wow, look at that. He's got no gold and a haunted situation.
Wow.
You gotta take that. I would take that. I'm also trying to do a no gold shield run for for an achievement. So
Yeah, I gotta get that too.
that's a
Is
real.
that a category on Moss ranking?
I guess,
I
yeah.
don't know if
Not-
anyone has it.
I know I didn't.
No one has
copy it into my bot, so I don't think it is.
It shows up if you look at a matchup between two players, but because no one's completed it, it isn't in the main page yet. But we do see Tic Tac Foe finding a black market into dark level. He did have the assistance of a torch.
Wow, so
It's a
we
torch.
can't
does a
say
torch
he's bad at finding
invalidate
them. No, the torch counts as a low percent item. I
Okay.
don't know why we decided that, but it
it?
makes
Because it would
sense
be
to me.
awful. if
Yeah,
otherwise.
that's right.
You got a dark level, and you can't even use this little torch here.
Well, if you can use a landmine, I can see.
Well, let's not even go talk about landmines. Although that's
Yeah.
been resolved recently.
Oh,
Oh my goodness.
Okay, very nice.
Oh!
Ah,
sorry.
Barely
I'm
got
actually
the
watching
edges.
him stream, so I reacted to that a bit sooner than everyone
Mm.
else. I'll turn it off. My bad.
Cheats.
Wow, he barely got clipped there.
Alright,
But
so
in
two
terms of
room-
the shopkeepers, you can see that sometimes going fast is a good idea, actually.
Yeah, that's
He was
right.
able to avoid a lot of the shopkeeper dangers by not giving them time to catch up to him.
I have a question about low percent validity.
Oh,
Sure.
Could you get a key to Yama and still be low percent if you use the key to kill people throughout the run?
sure.
Yeah, you can throw the key around. It really functions like a rock, just like a non-bouncy rock.
There is one ambiguous situation with the key, though. Its use is opening the chest, and so there could be a situation where you just slightly open the chest and the Ujat pops out rather than entering your inventory. I don't actually know if that would count for low percent purposes.
Oof. I think
This market Kirby got took 3 of her ropes.
Oh man, it's good that she's confident in her no rope Yama strat.
That's right, yeah, she was practicing that the other day.
Yeah, she was grinding it pretty. Why did she move the? You told me this, and I have
Well,
forgotten.
for-
Why did she move
For
the
no
helmet?
gold, it's good, but it also could be nice, just to get it killed sooner.
Intense RNG manipulation. Very
I
deep.
used to not know about that strat for quite a while, actually.
I used to not know about Spelunkies.
So- Dealt with 2
So-
shopkeepers. There's 2 more that we can't see on screen. Don't know exactly where they are. Kirby might have a couple of audio cues here, but clearly being very cautious, worried about those 2 popping up.
Does
looks
Cold
good.
have slow look? He killed Yama. Sorry, Olmec. Would he have slow look still?
He would if he didn't reset, but I'm
Did
not
he
sure
reset?
if he did. I'm bad at telling if someone has slow look.
I saw Kirby
Oh my goodness.
reset, and I saw Tic Tac and Daft reset, but I don't think I saw Cole reset.
So Kirby is gonna have to use
Goodness.
another resource,
Oh,
or
no.
Hopefully a
Or a
bomb?
bomb?
yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, bomb. She said it bomb. She
Oh,
needs to say,
my.
oh no!
Kirby.
Oh lord.
She can't
Is that-
platform off anything.
So
This is
it's
a
now basically as restricted as a haunted low hell run.
Haunted Max, yeah.
Yeah.
You usually use 2 ropes to get into the mothership, so yeah, this is gonna be a tough one.
Oh yeah.
To
I watched your haunted Max low hell. Sorry, I had to make sure I didn't say no gold in there accidentally. And you platformed off of an alien to get into the mothership. I think you still ended up using 2 ropes though.
Yeah, I probably would have needed 3 if I didn't get
Mm.
the
the
little
platform.
bounce there.
I think when I was watching it, I was like, oh, he's locked out, he can't get in, and then you did the platform, and I was like, oh, well, I should have seen that coming, I guess.
So looking ahead, do we want to talk about the various ways to kill Anubis without having the necessary bombs?
Pacifist strats and swamp strats. Kenny and I had a very exhaustive conversation about swamp strats.
Hmm. So there's also using a mummy to shoot acid at or flies at Anubis. There's using a rock, using corpses. Quite a few ways to get it done.
Hi Shin, no one has yet gotten the run. You can
Hey, Shin.
actually.
Cold got to 5-3, was our best so far, and had a terrible lava situation at the very end of 5-3.
But Kirby will be completing this run. I believe in the 4-1-1.
Bot's rude. Oh, I closed the freaking bot. My bad. I'm sorry. I'll reopen it.
Alright, so the critical moment. Will the lack of bombs and ropes hurt Kirby's chances here?
No.
Yeah, we need
Okay.
a free Anubis.
This is potential here. This is manipulating Anubis into that tiki on the right there.
She has to worry about a couple different
oh my
arrow
goodness.
trap. That Hawkman
terrifying.
corpse is going to be
Yeah.
key.
But again, she cannot use the bomb that she has remaining. That's going to be necessary for the City of Gold.
Okay.
Alright, this looks good. A back whip across. There
Oh,
you
there
go.
we go.
Very nice.
Very good Anubis manipulation. I'm worried about the damage, though, from that somewhat off-screen arrow trap. But yeah, really nice Anubis manipulation. She was practicing Anubis kills last night.
Yeah. This is the first thing that had to really go right for the run to stay alive.
Yeah, I mean, oh, down to 1 HP. Yeah,
Alright.
HP is the biggest problem now, and it's quite a problem.
1-1-1. Meanwhile, Dafflunk might be collecting some gold here and on the rushing water level, or just... Yeah, we'll see. So that one bomb left is going to be necessary to get into that Book of the Dead room. We don't yet know what the layout of the level is, where the exit is. But just taking her time, taking care of all the enemies here at the top.
Yeah, good idea. That's a tricky arrow whip, so good of her to double check that it was
Yeah.
triggered.
This looks actually
think she's
pretty
gonna be-
promising, yeah. Kill the mummies and then bomb in from the left, or just... Oh, she's gonna have
This
to
will
get
work
around him.
too. She'll have to go over the lava pit is all.
Yeah, I didn't really get a good clean look on whether there's a safe drop, but there is. And we're into Olmec, so our second runner to advance to the first boss of Spelunky.
Alright.
So any skeleton, any spawn can make this really difficult.
Yeah, 1 HP is just really rough.
Yeah.
So this is something I learned recently, which seems obvious in retrospect, but I don't think it was ever explicitly told to me. Olmec has a 4-block wide hitbox, but can destroy 5 blocks at a time,
Mhm.
which is important for the low percent / fast strat for the Olmec kill.
That's right.
Yeah, it wouldn't work
For
at all
several times, I
otherwise.
was very frustrated that I kept dying, and I didn't realize it was because I was only getting Olmec to squash 4 blocks instead of 5.
Yep.
Oh, there we go.
Oh,
She was doing a good job too, clearing the enemies, but took an orange frog hit. But yeah, we have 2 runners that have made it to Olmec so far.
Very impressive by Kirby to keep that run alive as long as she was able
Yeah.
to.
After using 3 ropes to get into the market, it was almost a reset, but
And all 4 players are back in the mines for now. Another
that's
question
the first.
about Olmec strats is, in low percent, if you still have bombs, low percent any, sorry, low any percent, low
Oh,
percent
we
any.
just say low, but
So if you have bombs left at Olmec, you usually spam them to get the fight go fast. Will we see any runners use bombs at Olmec in this grind?
I don't think so. The situation where that comes up on speedruns is using 1 bomb if you have it on Anubis 2, but it's a risky strat because you want to save that bomb into hell. Even for some faster runs, only like if you're really trying to push it, you'll want to use a bomb on Anubis 2. But yeah, we won't be seeing that in the grinds. It would be unwise, I would say.
yeah, just think about when Cold was on 5-3.
Yeah, exactly.
Could have used a bomb instead of ropes, and that would have been a much safer way to get to that last exit. It
I don't
saves.
think he had bombs. He
No,
used
he-
his last bomb on the City of Gold, I thought.
So I'm saying people don't usually use them on Olmec because they could come in handy later.
Yes.
But yeah, it saves so little time that usually isn't worth it. Alright, Dafflunk going into the haunted castle, but unfortunately probably looking for that black market there, and again, Reddit fame is very valuable.
Why do you keep talking about Reddit fame? What about the haunted castle is Reddit fame?
So Reddit, every once in a while, someone will post on the Reddit about getting a
Every
black
once in a
market
while.
entrance like right next to the castle. A
Daily.
few times a month. But yeah, because they haven't seen them, we were all excited to see that at one point, but it kind of became a running joke in the Discord server. A Reddit BM would be a black market next to a castle.
He found his black market.
All right.
Oh, Tic Tac Foe and Dafflunk to the black market. Who are you gonna focus, X?
Gonna
This
keep it
kinda
on
works. We
on a
got
couple for now.
You should have a 2-player focus.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Might be hard to.
So I would
shrink
need
to.
every combination of the 4 runners to do that. So
You could do it.
Yeah, it's really nice we got focus ability again. So this is a situation where Spef strats would work for TTF here.
we got a third. Kirby's finding a black market as well.
Yes.
So
How
Cold,
many people are going to be in the market at once?
get in at Gold. We have Dafflunk going down, unfortunately, so we're down to only 2 runners in the black market here.
TTF's close to understanding fully Spef strats. I think he's seen them, but he hasn't implemented them yet.
It's kind of doing it by feel.
Yeah, I mean, this used to be just an awful situation. But yeah, really good shopkeeper instincts. Jumps over 3 items, which is always scary, but is doable.
Ooh.
Oh my goodness. Even reacts to the man trap. I've seen some crazy black market escapes from TTF recently.
He has. I was watching his stream earlier. His black market escapes are usually about as hype as the one in the introductory video.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
he's
would
got
say
some good ones.
I would say TTF subscribes to the notion of just going fast and hoping for the best.
Wow.
Oh my gosh!
Speaking of going fast and hoping for the best, although just the reactions there, he's really developed some good reactions.
Yeah, as we talked about before, it is sometimes just safer. The shopkeepers have less time to get into a situation where they just kind of loop and... Are we getting surf?
You gotta surf.
So it wouldn't have mattered. There's a
Oh no!
Moai stage here for
Well, that's
TTF,
good.
so...
But
Oh,
the bad
I
part
didn't
about
even
it is
see that. I redact my oh no.
Well, I think he might not. I think that was the right Moai for Diagro.
Yeah.
But he'll
think
still
that's right as
probably
well.
get, since he angered the shopkeeper there, he won't get it right just yet. But He'll get it when he enters the City of Gold, probably.
Yep. Alright, so just needs a little patience here. Or nope, it's CTF, never mind. Just to talk about the other status of the racers, Kirby is working her way through the black market here. Looks like the bottom level is pretty clean. So we should see her out of the BM pretty soon. TTF on 3-4. This is another tricky exit unless, yeah, has to deal with both the mammoth and the shopkeeper here. If the shopkeeper steps on that mine,
if the shopkeeper dies to that landmine, Diagro would be out of play. I don't think he died to it though.
Yeah, it should be safe for now.
Yeah, just no landmine into the temple, which honestly sometimes there's some seeds where that's even better because he's not going to have to be doing some difficult platforming without being able to whip. But
very healthy resource count, 433. Almost perfect.
Yeah. Alright, so Anubis.
Go ahead.
I'm not seeing anything yet to kill Anubis.
That rock?
Easily, but yeah. Rock would be a good idea there. So a strat that would work here is putting a corpse by the tiki trap.
Yeah.
Because it won't trigger on his lower half here.
Let's see what
corpse is kind of out of the way.
With.
It's kind of tough. I guess at this point, a bomb.
Yeah, one. Actually,
Whoa.
there's a lot of good options
So
here.
speaking of reaction time,
Yeah.
He could bomb down and use. He could bomb down and use the tiki trap below. Oh, it actually does the first.
It would have been nice if it cleared that opening, but
yeah,
just getting Anubis with it was nice and difficult in this situation. Looks like he'll probably go for a similar move.
Rebounded off the. Okay, got him.
Wow, very nice. Very nice bombs there from TTF.
so he can't use it.
Count.
So that last bomb he has to use for the City of Gold.
Yeah. More often than not, he won't need another bomb. But yeah, sometimes we'll get a blocked off City of Gold, a door, a blocked off entrance at the start of the City of Gold. Yeah, or hell.
So exiting 4-1 is going to be a little bit difficult. We don't have Shopkeeper Diagro, and he's running around like a crazy guy.
Oh, nice. He just got killed by the tiki trap. Okay, so hopefully no dark level. That's the main thing we want to see right now is no dark level.
This is pretty good.
Great,
I was about to tell you not to jinx
the door
him,
will be on the path. I don't think the door can be on the left side of the pit in this situation, but who knows?
Good to check. It's pretty free.
Yeah.
It will not be buried elsewhere in the level.
Yeah, the City of Gold doors, it's always on the path or like one subroom branching off of the path. It's never like super hidden.
And we think TTF probably has Diagro here.
Yeah, probably. I didn't see a shopkeeper message.
Yeah. Again, just to note where the other runners are, we've got Kirby into the Moai stage, so moving along very nicely. He runs just a couple levels behind where we are here.
Are there any specific strats you need to be careful about for low percent in City of Gold, other than making sure you save a bomb?
There was one that came up that you can't blame it for going the way it did. Was that push block? Since they have a really weird hitbox, the tucking the bomb won't get rid of the push block, so he had to use a rope there since he can't get back up. He did not get Diagro, so either I wasn't right about which level he got the black market on, or the landmine did kill that shopkeeper. Either one of those would kill Diagro.
Yeah, it's our third runner into Olmec, and a little bit healthier on the HP situation.
Kirby's in the temple.
I think she only has 1 HP though.
No, Kirby's at 4.
Oh.
Kirby has 4. The Discord quality is hard to see, but she's got 4.
Yep, never know who's lagging the Discord quality. But
I think it might be me today, but I'm not sure.
Alright, still very healthy. Waiting for the skeletons to die.
Yeah, this is looking good. Hopefully he can hold on to both of his ropes. I don't know how much he knows about the Yama fight is all.
Yeah.
Hopefully, Hell is the one area really on this run where you do want to like take it slow for your first completion.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully he doesn't try to speed through Hell. You can get
Does
like
anybody-
off-screen spike balls.
Do either of you have a
Oh,
It was a
no.
monkey.
No. Well, can't blame him for not roping the monkey. He wanted to hold on to the 2 ropes there.
Yeah.
What was
Ouch.
that, Flannel?
I was gonna ask if either of y'all had a fix for what Kirby's running into here.
Taking the L, using a rope.
I'm not sure if she goes down. You could. That's a pretty safe swamp kill, I think. There we go. Ah,
It's not cooperating. But another chance to do that, if you can lure Anubis into that 2 tile, it'll be a little bit more reliable. But yeah, I do like this idea to go for this thwomp kill. It's a little bit risky, but save some resources. Just a little bit low that time again.
That is frustrating.
Yeah. Other options are to start using corpses, but again, the important thing is that she won't be able to use any of, or the one remaining bomb here.
And she's got about 20 seconds left until the ghost spawns, so there's a soft timer on this kill.
Okay, so using this, I think the intention is to use this tiki trap, but she'll need that corpse to trigger that top of the tiki trap here. Very tricky. And now we got the ghost, as Flannel mentioned.
Yeah, this is not good.
Okay, good strat.
The temptation to use
That is a really good strat.
The temptation to use the freeze ray must be
Wow.
very real. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, just,
Anubis, please. He's floating over to the left.
just,
No!
just take the stream down for a couple seconds, load up. Okay, that
Oh,
should be
I think
good.
that
That
was-
should be
that
good.
should do it.
Yeah, we'll see. It's
Hopefully
always
that
just a
bubble
little
goes
bit
away.
risky.
Do you think she was still going for tiki strats, or do you think that was her plan all along?
I think probably going for tiki strats, but I think she knew that was possible. It was just he wasn't cooperating. Gotta go for it.
And no off-screen arrow traps, please. No exit arrow trap.
Oh my
still-
god! He's gotta go for it.
Oh, yes,
Wow.
and we're
That
out.
was great. Still has her 4 HP as well.
No dark
After
level.
all of that, that's
Dark
great.
level.
Thank goodness.
Please, free City of Gold entrance. Okay, we see it very early.
How do you? What?
Just good knowledge.
Oh, there it is.
Good game knowledge with the tiki traps. Good timing. And we got another runner into the City of Gold.
A Reddit BM for TTF.
Finally!
What
Thank
does it even
you.
mean?
When the door to the market is
Oh,
right next
it's
to the
on the
castle
haunted.
entrance.
Yes. I asked about that earlier. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
It's
Didn't know
always
if
there.
a Reddit BM was like a BM right at the entrance to the. Wow, this is a very free City of
Ooh,
Gold.
yeah,
it
that's
looks
Yeah,
nice.
this
Even
is
the mummies are
perfect.
gone. Watch out for that arrow is all. Oh no, she saw
Okay,
it.
good. Yeah, this is as free as it gets. This is what we want
Great.
to see.
Okay, she has just what she needs. It looks like.
Looks like Diagro, yeah. Alright, so Olmec, this time with a little, quite a few more resources, particularly HP.
If she gets monkeyed, she can use a rope without feeling too bad about it.
You always feel bad about it, but it won't kill the run. Alright, so Kirby's starting to jump here, and that's to raise Anubis to a little bit more, and that'll cause Olmec to hit twice on every stomp for Olmec.
Yep, that's
But-
right. You can see the blood coming from Anubis too, as well, to verify
However,
that
doing strats
he's
like
getting
that,
hit twice.
doing strats like that increases the likelihood of mob spawning. But she's got 4 health, so maybe she thought it was a bit safer that she could deal with a zoo and take a hit or two for a faster Atubus kill.
Yeah, it looks good so far. Locating the door here.
So maybe prepping the hole a little bit.
Hopefully there's no hopefully there's no monkey situations, but like we said earlier, Kirby knows to use how to do the one and no rope.
Yeah.
Yama
Tons of
fights.
spawns.
Oh my gosh.
Oh
There's
gosh.
so many spawns.
Alright, so into hell, hopefully,
Just one,
3 HP.
1 damage.
Our second runner to make it here so far, and in really good situation resource-wise. The only thing we really need to avoid is a blocked off level.
Yeah, hopefully she does not speed through hell, but I mean she's capable. Looks like
Yeah.
she's taking her time, which is really the smart.
Nice layout here, not
Yeah,
too many
nothing too bad.
hard spawns to deal
Wow,
with.
Okay.
And these horizontal hell exits, it's really important here to not have shopkeepers guarding the exits. This would have been an absolute nightmare,
Yeah.
for example. But yeah, into
Okay.
5-2.
Great.
Let's go Kirby.
Wow.
So terrible subroom to the left, but we know that the idol's never going to be along the main route, and Kirby smartly just goes to the right. Just avoid it. Nice situation here.
Oh man.
So the right
Left
side
or
is a
right
little bit
here.
difficult.
Oh, she goes for right.
We really don't want that skeleton to be alive, but looks like it is not.
Yeah, that was a scary skeleton.
But we see the exit, and a lot of tiki traps, but these are pretty trivial for Kirby's skill, and makes it out to 5-3.
Oh man.
Okay, troll opening.
Gosh.
Yeah.
So she is going to have to implement the... Now here's something. Those fallen platforms, they're always around the path
Yeah.
in a hell level.
Yep. Still on the right route.
Well, we have...
Oh, TTF
Yeah,
is in the
excellent.
temple doing an Anubis kill.
All right, but
Holy
we've
heck.
got Kirby into Yama, and we'll see if all the practice yesterday paid off.
Well, this is intense.
She usually goes over the mini bosses. You can run hard left or hard right, but she usually does a stutter step and takes 2 damage, unfortunately.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Not good.
She's going for the no rope strat, or
Yeah.
maybe one rope, like platforming up the chains
This is
at least
scary.
part way.
Yeah, this is not. It's really bad to see a spike ball
This is
there.
not good.
Do you think she'll go down and go for the left, or will she stay committed to the right?
I think stick with it. Probably ledge grab on the right side there. Yeah, let's just watch. Alright, maybe switching sides.
I had a question about
So
Yama
scary.
AI, but we can hold off.
Wow. Let's go Kirby. Still has that rope.
Hopefully... Oh my goodness.
The Dafflunk
This
bat.
is terrifying. Yep.
Oh, don't call that. Alright, this looks a little bit better. There's a place for her to
Oh yeah.
ledge
that's-
grab. It's still not
that's
great,
what this
but
vampire does.
She's trying to get that vampire to be at least
Yeah.
aggroed and thrown into a spike or something.
Oh, this is...
got one
kinda
more
scary.
vampire to deal with. You can see in the chains right above Yama.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, the
Yeah,
pot
that
didn't make
vampire
a,
over there.
Yep. But there's no ghost, so she has all the time in the world. The plan is to jump up to the top, whip to take out that first skull, and then she's going to jump across and try to grab Yama's head. Just waiting for the perfect opportunity.
a quick update. TTF lost his run in the temple.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
That was
That's-
incredible.
So she's going to actually have to do that whip twice because of that vampire, but really smart thinking, really confident play.
No.
First whip. Oh.
Oh,
Sorry if I spoiled
you
it.
did. You spoiled it a
I'm
little bit.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Really
Oh,
good run by
man.
Kirby, and that's the farthest we've seen
My
the
heart was
grinders
racing.
today.
Wow. So interesting that she opted to do the whips instead of a rope.
For that
But she
top
did
there.
say she felt more. Yeah,
Yeah.
she did say she felt more comfortable whipping the skulls, and some people do.
Yeah, that 2 damage with the mini boss at the very start really hurt the chances there. But it was a calculated, conscious decision. The danger if you just run underneath the mini bosses is there could be spawns that are off screen or coming from above that just take you out, and it's a very sad situation. So 2 runners in the black market right now, both about to exit, hopefully. Cold gets a nice little helping hand from the shopkeeper, and Dafflunk is out. Cold is out. So slightly better resources on Dafflunk's side.
I'm still trying to recover from Kirby's run.
Oh, sure,
Looks
yeah.
like she is too.
I actually have some questions about the Yama strats.
Sure.
I was hoping to save until someone got to Yama, and so now I can ask. So the 2-rope strategy versus a no rope. The 2-rope strategy is about 3 blocks away from the Yama throne. You throw up 2 ropes to increase the fight. But is that safer than the no rope strat? It's definitely quicker.
Yeah, it's safer too. If you're able to get up the throne without any hindrances, Yama isn't even going to do a fire attack as far as I can tell. Like if you get up the rope really quickly, he'll always just do a quick punch. But that's ideal circumstances. Sometimes there's like a vampire bat, and if it takes a couple seconds to deal with him, Yama has a fairly high chance of throwing out fire guys. But you can always back off, so the standard 2-rope fight, I really would say is safer.
Yeah, there's never a moment where you have to do...
Cold has a difficult jump here.
So you never have to actually do anything that's down to the frame or down to a couple of milliseconds. When you do the 2-rope strat, you can always back off, but if you do a 1-rope strat or a 0-rope strat, you're always whipping that first skull, or you're running across really quickly and avoiding skulls. Much harder.
So Daft and Cool are both on really good runs. They both got onks in the ice caves.
Yep. We'll focus on...
Is that hired help? Holding...
Yeah, he's trying to give him a rope. Here, Dafflunk, ruin your run.
That was funny.
Ah, very nice exit there by
Well
Daft.
done for Daft.
Oh my.
Very good shopkeeper movement instincts there on display.
So you talked about it a little bit. Oh man, Dafflunk and Cold are, like, if they were racing, this would be very hype.
Yeah, that's true.
But you talked about it a little bit, Kenny, but so there are different triggers for what attack Yama uses. If you get close enough, he punches, but if you get slightly close enough but a little bit further away, he uses the Magma Man attack. And if you get above him or to the right side above a certain level, he uses the Skull attack. Like, so the strats around... Can you talk a little bit about the strats manipulating the Yama AI?
Oh yeah, sure. So the Magma Man attack versus the punching attack, I don't think that's related to the distance you are from Yama. I just I can't even confirm it, but I think if you go up the throne basically as fast as the game will let you, he'll always do a punch attack. But in terms of like the skull attacks, it's after you're like slightly above fist level, he'll drop the skulls.
Cold never punished, by the way.
Yep, 2 runners
this
dealing with
Anubis,
Anubis 1 right now. Dafflunk's done 10
Is that-
damage with a
oh,
landmine.
good. It's a very nice Anubis. Wow. He should move over. There we go. Nope. So he wants... Like, that'll work.
Iframes for Daft, keeping him alive. He actually took a
Holy.
direct shotgun blast, but
Oh my gosh.
are you watching Daft's feed, Kenny?
Yeah.
Alright, so Kenny's gonna
Oh,
be like
no,
a second or two.
I wasn't watching the feed there.
Yeah,
I was responding to one of the shopkeeper bullets.
yeah. So we have
That-
2 runners into 4-2 with the scepter now.
Oh my gosh.
Identical? No,
There's
same
so
hit
much-
points.
Oh my gosh.
This
They're
is.
like 1
this
second
is-
away from each other. How are their resources doing?
So Cold is missing 2 ropes, but otherwise the runners are in really good shape. 2 bombs, 3 HP.
Wow.
Yeah, great setups. A lot of things have instant death in this game, but hopefully that won't happen to either runner. This also looks like a really nice city of gold for Daft Lunk. Yep. Bottom bomb is the route into the Book of the Dead and to the exit.
So Cold is doing some quick mummy platforming to get his bomb for the Necronom.
TTF also into the Maw Head. This is probably the most action we've had.
Oh,
No!
Oh,
Rip
X gets to
Cold.
focus someone now though, so he's pretty happy. Or sad.
Probably both. Alright, so does Daft still have all 4 HP?
I think it's 3, but still a pretty good situation.
Yeah, that's good.
And still has a bomb and 4
Has a
ropes.
bomb,
This is
yeah.
excellent.
Yeah. So in this situation, I think I'm not sure how confident he feels with whipping enemies,
Mhm.
but it might be worth it to rope just to guarantee
okay.
killing a spawn.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got all 4, but yeah, we'll see. And that bomb, it's nice that he held on to it.
A B is really annoying, but
Good.
Olmec takes it out. Just going down and hoping
That
for the
bat
best.
seems... Yep. Another B.
I'm so worried about that B in
Oh
particular.
my goodness.
Use a rope.
Whoa, what a whip.
I would have used a rope.
That
But-
whip was crazy.
My
The jumping whip on the
gosh.
spawn as it was being produced. That's
By
one where I usually just take a hit.
Just real quick, TTF is trying to kill Anubis with magma men? I don't know.
Could work. Oh man. This is a really promising one for Daft. I hope he takes it a little slow in hell. I know he
Yeah.
doesn't usually slow down on these. He's maybe slowing down a little bit.
Really nice 5-1. It had it had quite a few enemies actually, but it was all one at a time, and it was a very clear way to get to the exit there.
Not even a slow pace, honestly.
Yeah.
Not far from a Spelunky pace, but
Spelunky being 8 minutes, not just finishing it fast.
hey,
I didn't know that
Yeah, that's
earlier this
right.
week.
Okay, uses the rope there. There was an option to use a bomb instead, but using
smart
the first
place
of
to-
the 4 ropes.
TTF has the scepter and is exiting for 1.
And Daft going
Right.
into 5-3.
He's got an extra bomb. He could make a difficult situation trivial.
Yeah. That
It's like he might have gotten one.
yeah, that
That's a
skeleton.
dead skeleton, I think.
Yeah. So he ledge grabs there to check whether the skeleton's alive. If it had moved, it would have been
Just
alive.
like it.
But we're
Oh my
on to
gosh.
Yama, and a really good HP situation as well.
TTF and City of Gold.
Message in Discord from Daft Lunk. I'm scared to be honest.
You got this, Daft. I'm
Yeah.
scared.
The HP is so nice, but
You can't like say what they say in the
Yeah.
secret Discord chat.
you never know
Yeah.
if he's trying to tell the stream this or us.
That's not a Twitch chat.
The spike ball traps are really annoying. Left side is the good side here.
Goes right. But you can also go over the top on the right and then drop down the left
Yeah.
side. It gives you
And
a
also
little
you
bit
can
less.
just you can throw the face against Yama's face against the tiki traps. He might have picked this because the spike ball is a little more agreeable on this side.
Yeah. So 3 ropes.
He also does have 3 ropes.
You know, you could use a bomb to take out some tiki traps here as well. A lot of flexibility for this finish here.
Ooh. Ooh.
Okay, stay alive, no!
Oh.
Oh man, what a heartbreaker.
TTF on the Otubis fight.
You did good though, Daft.
Yeah, really nice.
Alright, we got TTF. Just flying high here with these bounces.
I thought he was gonna take fall damage. It was pretty close.
Yeah, I thought so too.
So the Yama fight has 2 phases if you don't do Tiki pin trap
That's right.
strat. Is there a history of the science behind that? Who discovered A, grabbing Yama's face, and B, pinning him?
I want to say Late Dog, but it could have been Fibonacci
Yeah.
or Schnitzel. Late Dog got the first low hell run in. We knew to grab his face at that point. But in terms of the pinning against the wall strat, I think that was Schnitzel. I'm not positive though. I wasn't around back when the first low hell run happened.
So do we know why that skips phase 2?
Yeah, it because the hitbox is larger in phase 2, so it just doesn't fit in there, so it gets crushed. The face. It's not unsafe to yeah. So when it turns into the second phase, it just disintegrates. But you don't actually have to do the phase skip. It's really just a speedrun strat. It's not any more dangerous to not do the skip. In fact, for someone's first low hell run, it's more dangerous really to do the skip because you have to worry about getting hit by a tiki.
What's the strat? How do you kill Yama if you were not able to do the Tiki pin strat? What's the low percent strat other than?
Well, you don't have to do the tiki pin. You can like if there's no tiles on the left or the right side, which there sometimes is no tiles, you can throw his face like on the way down next to one of the tiki traps, and if you stay low enough, like say below his fists, when he goes to his second phase, the head won't float all the way upwards, and his second phase will die to the tiki trap. It'll just stay hugged against the tiki. And the tikis are always there, so there's always going to be an option, just not always a safe option.
And no one has pulled off the free bomb Yama kill yet.
No, I don't think. Actually, Link Ruler, old runner, used to do a strat on Yama that involved bombs. Yeah, it was a really strange strat, but it did have some uses. Putting his head like above, near the exit. Yeah, I don't think he ever completed a run with it, but he scienced it, and he did complete a low hell run. Well, he is quite young, sad, but a very experienced runner.
Chocolate Cake says, "How do you know Yama
You
won't fly up?"
Yeah, you want to stay like, I don't know the exact tile, but you want to stay below where he'll trigger his skulls. So if you basically just stay around the level you put his head down at, he'll stay low.
Is there a high value when he triggers skulls? Is there like, well, you have to be at least 10 blocks below the ceiling?
Yeah, there is like a specific value. I want to say it's like at the bottom of his fist, but I don't know the exact tile.
He got I think that monkey stole gold, which is the preferable thing for him to a monkey to steal on a low percent.
Yeah.
There are always when a monkey gets on your back in this run, there's like you have like a 2-second window to make the decision whether or not to kill the monkey with one of your precious ropes, or gamble that he won't take a bomb. Basically,
Yeah,
is the last thing
That's right, and you saw a good strat there for Daft. Basically, if you're holding an item when a monkey jumps on your back, if you throw the item, it'll kill the monkey. So before he jumped over that spike pit, he just made sure to be carrying a pot, so it would kill whatever. Yeah, it's a good strat. Into the ice caves too, so making some fast progress.
He got his landmine for a quick, and since it's, I was gonna say since it's wet for you can't have a moai, but it's also 3-1 and you can't have a moai. He's
That's
gotta
right,
be very
on both
careful
accounts.
here.
Whoa!
Never punished.
Oh my goodness! Never punished. Wow. Okay. Now, oh, whoa, that was close.
My goodness.
Okay, I hope there's a Moai here. Just, we gotta get that HP back.
Oh man. There it is.
Okay. And it should be Diagro, yeah. I think it was a 2-2 mark.
Tic Tac, speaking of markets, oh, nope,
Yeah.
never mind, he died.
Yep. Tic Tac Foe had a market. Hasn't had that many. I think, has everyone's made it to Olmec? I think Cold might have made it to the City of Gold, but
I think
really cool that
everyone
he-
has made it to Olmec at this point. We saw TTF going pretty high at some point. He had he
Yeah.
was bouncing off several things. Kirby was definitely there. Cold
Kirby's
was
been in
definitely there.
town,
Yes.
yeah. So that's really cool. Everyone's been there in 2 hours. Alright, we have Diagro for Daft, and he's down 1 rope, but everything else is looking good. Hopefully there's another agreeable.
Ooh, it looks like
Man, if that thwomp wasn't there,
it-
if that thwomp wasn't there, Anubis would just come and die on this tiki.
I was about to say it was almost free.
Yeah, it's close.
What
I'm
would
trying
you?
to think. I think I'd try to trigger the thwomp. To the right once, then up once, then to the right once, then down once. And then he'd.
So it'd be on the other side of the tiki trap. I had to follow what you said there for a second.
Yeah. So what he can do here is a thwomp kill. Oh!
Not like that.
I almost said that. Yeah, it was a tough situation. That thwomp was just really frustrating. Because if that thwomp wasn't there, it would have been free.
So this is a bit of a question. Do you think Cold has the robot sprite over another sprite, or do you think he just doesn't have the robot locked?
He's got it over another sprite. He's got 2 robots on his save file, and one of them's locked in the mothership.
So if he wanted to do an eggplant low hell, he could. Apparently you're wrong about something, but I don't know about what.
Damn.
Do you know what he's referencing? Oh, is the stream down?
No.
Chat. There was a couple people in chat saying, that looked confused. So Kirby has found another black market. It looks like she had to. Did she see that one or did she guess?
I think she saw it. Oh gosh, barely saw that Tiki Man in time. A nice boomerang whip too.
Yeah, that was some very good reaction time. Just feeding the man trap there. Wow, lots of Tiki Men. If a man trap eats a shopkeeper, it doesn't get you aggro. But if a Tiki Man hits a shopkeeper, it definitely gets you aggro. And Kirby also at this point has no gold going into the going into this.
Oh,
so
I guess that's why she moved the hired hand.
That's why she moved the hired hand. It's going to be she's going to have to avoid the walking gold bombs with shotguns if she wants to maintain her no gold. The hired hand really wants to help her
Yeah.
invalidate her run. It's running around carrying a bomb bag.
It took some gold too.
Oh no! It's still low percent though. It didn't succeed in ruining that
Yeah.
part of the run. Has anyone made a sprite covering for the man trap?
Not like as a character, but Bum Commando used to use a skin on the actual man trap enemy that made it look like a piranha plant from Mario. That was pretty cool. Oh my gosh, barely got her feet there. Brutal.
Ix is right that I used to be the real robot, but this robot is fake. Thank you, Cold, for the update. He has robot locked, but manipulates save file to select card despite it locked. Yeah, that's what we were saying, I'm pretty sure. Anyway. I can't just look at chat every 5 minutes or so. I should keep an eye on it for the whole lot. So TTF has a fun thing for people who are new to the community or just lurk. Dark levels only can have a chance to spawn only if you spent more than 20 seconds on the previous level. And
Yeah,
they can't.
that's right.
They cannot happen on ice caves, or at least I've never had one. But I could just be the fastest ice caves runner ever.
Yeah, they can't happen on ice caves. There is an Ice Caves Dim song though that's on the
Is
official
there?
soundtrack. Yeah, and it's actually a really nice song too. But I used to know more about that. I think they were planning on having a dark ice caves, but ended up not.
And is there a and I definitely know this because I go to hell every day. Is there a dark hell seed that you can get if you're?
No, you can't get dark hell levels. There's not a dark any soundtrack for it either.
TTF going for the quick spike kill when he can't find the black market. Cold into the black market, and in the exit, he's exiting,
Nice.
avoiding the blue frog and the T.
Yeah, scary frog.
Wet fur levels are kind of scary for a couple reasons. One is there's more ice blocks, and without spike shoes, that makes the movement of your character a bit more unpredictable if you're not used to it, the sliding. And two,
Yeah.
the arena of the boss with the blocks falling and stunning your character is also very hard to predict.
That's right. So this should be the aggro.
It's a very fun mow I had with a snowball on top.
Yeah, very symmetrical. Alright, I didn't see a shopkeeper message, so
Yeah.
looking good. Just down one rope, another wet fur, but at least there
Wow.
shouldn't be an exit keeper here.
There's somebody out there running AJE right now is just very frustrated with Cold.
Oh, I don't know why that took me a second. I just haven't ran that enough lately. Alright, hopefully that was a nice reaction time there. Decided not to just ride the platform all the way down in case he was on the wrong side of the level.
Is riding, and I don't know this, is riding the platform down, do you take fall damage if you ride the platform?
No.
Anubis?
How's
I don't think any of our
it'll-
runners have gotten a free Anubis.
Yeah, this one, if he can get those 4 blocks taken out, he'll die on the Tiki. If those 4 blocks to the right of Anubis with the landmine, it would be very good.
Kirby's into the black market.
That works too. Oh.
What's your thoughts?
My thoughts are the landmine would have taken out the push block, but the bomb wouldn't. But made it out with just using one bomb, which is really, really good. Kind of a tricky exit. I'd just trigger the arrow trap with the scepter, and then yeah, I think he's
Do
It's already
landmines and bombs have a different blast radius?
Landmines, they shouldn't.
Oh, he's got a dark 4-2, which
Oh
is difficult,
gosh,
which means
I
he
knew
has
it
to
would
leave-
happen eventually.
He has to leave the scepter at the top. Oh, he doesn't have to, but a safer
Yeah,
strat
orange
is to leave
frogs
the
do.
scepter and go explore with a torch until you find it.
Yeah, he's doing a good job here. It should be okay. It's just really frustrating. You know what's worse is a dark 4-1, but those are rarer because unless you get like a really awful or really slow 3-4.
Are those rarer just because 3-4 tends to be a pretty fast level?
Yeah, it's rare for people who are capable of low HAL runs to take more than 20 seconds on 3-4.
So what he did
it's
there
really
was
rough.
protecting his scepter from that thwomp, which is a very good move.
Very smart. Finally, the City of Gold door. Couldn't be much worse. I guess it could have, but not easy.
Dafflunk into the black market, but he did just throw an I tried into chat, so I'm not quite sure what's going on.
Okay, I like that he's not going... Cold isn't going for the mummy surf. I mean, everyone messes those up at least every once in a while, and it would be a 2 damage. So yeah, just taking a little bit of extra time there. Nice jump there.
It looks like not the freest of Necronomicons, but not the
Whoa.
most difficult
I thought
either.
he was going to do... That mummy, if he lets that mummy fall, it would be really nice. That should be good.
Yeah.
He's doing a good job here.
He's moving over to the left there, so the mummy loses aggro, quote unquote, on him to get the mummy to move over.
What the? Was that one of the mummy flies?
I think so.
Gotta watch the replay.
Oh,
here.
or
Yeah, one of the mummy
oh!
flies. Brutal. 1 HP
Oh,
is not good. That
champ.
was really troll, yeah. So we have Kirby in the market. And we've got TTF actually in Ice Caves with the Ankh, so that's good. Looks like he has the aggro as well. But maybe the shopkeeper just jumped out. But yeah, see how Cold's Olmec fight goes.
He only has 1 health to do the rest of this run on.
It's very frustrating. It's not hopeless, but whenever I get to this point in a low HAL run with 1 HP, it feels hopeless. But if he takes his time, it's certainly possible.
Oh, that might have been full damage.
Yeah, pretty close.
TTF
Okay, how does-
trying to kill Anubis.
Yeah, he got a good Anubis here. Yeah, and TTF's in really good shape, actually. He's got 4 HP. He's going to have at least 1 extra bomb. Oh, come on, Anubis. Don't be a butt. There we go.
It looks like Cold is doing some version of flattening the level.
Yeah, probably feels a little bit safer that way.
Making sure he
Okay.
breaks 5 blocks instead of 4.
Yeah.
And Kirby's out of the black market.
Wow, we have a lot of action right now.
TTF gets the easy City of Gold entrance. In stark contrast to what Cold had to deal with.
Cold made a really... What was that? Was that
He
a
got
frog?
stunned.
I gotta
I've
check out the replay here. Oh, a spider just from the heavens.
Oh
Goodness.
my gosh.
All right, well, we've got a lot of troll things happening for Cold. The only thing that isn't troll is all the markets he's finding. But yeah, we've got a really nice one for TTF. I think this might make it require
there we go.
a rope. Yeah, we had that.
The push
He's
block.
Yeah, push block troll. He's got the ropes for it though.
I think I know the answer to this.
Oh man,
Oh, he used a
that
rope.
rope was concerning, but you know he was kind of pressured. He had a Anubis on him, and I can't. Yeah, it was kind of hard to see the arrow shaft there, but yeah, it did trigger on. It looked like a mummy. I didn't notice that first either.
I think I know the answer to this, but their bombs and arrow traps don't have a weird interaction with their hitboxes, right?
Bombs and arrow trap.
Like bombs and push blocks have a weird interaction, but an arrow trap just functions like a normal block.
Yeah. I don't know some of this stuff still either. Alright, a nice and quick Anubis 2 kill. Only one set of spawns, I think. It wasn't dangerous.
Kirby.
Yeah, like I said, Kirby got a mark. Oh, nice.
Kirby's got a very tricky 2-4 exit
that's
here.
That's a tough one.
There we go. She's out.
Oh goodness, I don't like these spawns on TTF's Olmec.
He's got a zoo.
Oh my gosh!
Oh!
He tried so hard. That was one of the more difficult spawns to deal with. Not much you can do, but we've got so much action and so many of these have been close. All right, Kirby's on a good one though. Kirby's got basically as many resources as you'll see on these.
I thought TTF might be switching his bunny for a second because he put his overlay up. But he's sticking with purple. Oh man, we have about a half hour left in the grind, but so many of our runners have gotten so close.
Yeah, but these people have all been trying this run on and off, so if they don't get it today, you can always follow their Twitch, and they'll be streaming their attempts from time to time. I know all 4 of them stream with some regularity. The exception would be Cold does not stream that much.
Poof!
I think that's going to invalidate Diagro, but better than dying. It might not actually, since he didn't move the lamp. Never mind.
I don't think I've ever caught a cold stream, but I am more recently.
He had one
Spelunky
recently. Oh, that's good to know. Holy crap, that baby penguin.
Kirby's into the black market. She's got a teleporter and a jetpack. So.
Oh, Daft. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, Kirby. My bad.
Well,
Daft.
The layout makes it ambiguous, but this is really the best one we could get. Ix tried a bunch of different ones, and this one just worked the best.
Yeah, I think it was just Kirby was on my mind.
I don't know if Oh, very nice.
No, very good bomb cook.
Wow! I just rewatched the landmine toss. That was amazing. Very, very expertly done Anubis kill.
There are some very good clips that are going to come out of this stream. TTF leaving his Polaroid up. A very, very nice City of Gold entrance.
Yeah, and just like that, we got another one that's on the verge of completion. Just honestly, the biggest hold up at this point is it's Olmec. Olmec even has definitely more RNG than Yama. More runs die on him for sure. So yeah, that's the hardest part left in the run from here on out. That Hawkman is gonna go ham if she goes down in front of him.
It looks like she's trying to trigger him with various corpses and
Yeah.
rocks. 3 mummies. That's fun.
That's smart.
Fun little.
Yeah, the third one must have fell from above, yeah. Very smart move on that Hawkman. Is that the exit down there? That would be nice.
Three mummies, a Hawkman, and a very interesting problem.
Tough.
She needs to trigger that arrow trap
to the other
before
side,
she tries to leave.
I don't know if she...
Oh, she's trying to whip the mummies?
Yep.
Probably the safest thing she can do at this point, yeah.
Yeah. I'm a little bit concerned about having to go through the whole bottom corridor there. Like, it looks like she could go back over. I think she's... I'm not sure. Oh yeah, she's trying to handle this Hawkman over here. Well done. Very well done. I'm a little bit worried about when this mummy dies, sometimes you can fall straight through. I think she realized it, and she might have landed on a mummy fly up the other one. That would have been safe because she bounced, but for some reason sometimes the last whip can just make you fall straight through. Yeah, she's really going for it on this one. Yeah. A lot of safe things, which are honestly very smart.
And she's not worried about getting a dark level next level because it's Olmec. So she can take
no more
her time.
possible dark levels. Alright. This is probably the best situation we've had into Olmec too. All of her ropes, de-aggro, an extra bomb, and all of her HP.
Oh, Daft, speaking of Olmec fights.
But Daft is... Oh, he's doing a hell run.
Okay.
Oh, he got killed. I think he was on PB base too.
That's very reminiscent of Meow Mix, just popping off and doing a hell run during the pacifist grind as well.
Okay, hopefully... Okay, Anubis 2 is dead. Something you can do that,
Oh, the gold steal
that
from
was
the
smart.
monkey?
Yeah, I think that was smart. Worst case scenario, it would have taken a bomb.
Is it an even 25% chance on each of the things it can do? It's either a stun, gold, ropes, or a bomb. Is it?
I think it is, but I'm not sure. A couple of other people like Milkman would know better than me, but I'm not positive. I think it is. That was a really smart play there to deal with the Scorpion on Olmec's head. That's what I was actually just about to mention. She almost got that frog whip. The second to last lair, that's the lair where you're always like, please don't spawn, please don't spawn. Because the last lair, it's fine if it's not fine, but it's a lot less scary if he spawns on the last lair. But 3 HP, 1 bomb, I think all 4 ropes into hell. It's looking very good for Kirby.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's hell. It's named that for a reason. Sometimes there's just impossible layouts for a low percent in particular. This is kind of, I guess, yeah, that's smart. Oh my goodness, that was scary. I think an unintentional moonwalk, but timed well enough with the tikis that it shouldn't take damage. This is an annoying corridor. It's tough, but she could bomb on the left to make it a ton easier. That was smart.
Yeah. Oh!
Oh my gosh. I jumped in my chair.
Oh no.
That was terrifying. But we've got Cold in
As always, Cold. Oh, what got stunned instead of him? What is going on?
Must have seen the Mai.
Oh yes, that must have been it. I was like, is he inting here? Is that what's happening? TTF in the black market. Kirby sitting on her
Oh, we
Polaroid.
got the red bunny now?
Oh, I missed the changeover. He's pretty frustrated with the purple bun then.
The red one's my favorite.
Just the fastest. Red is always the fastest.
Wow. Aw.
He
A
was
really well timed shopkeeper jump, but then bad tiki positioning. But we got cold still going strong. Didn't get Diagro. If he didn't get Diagro in 3-3 with a 3-2 Moai, I'm not sure where he had the Moai head yet, but or the BM. We'll see. Is this oh my
Did he get frozen?
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
brutal.
And everyone's back in the mines.
Yep.
Oh man, do you think at this point in the grind we'll start to see people going for buying strats?
No, I think it's that would take up too much time. They each probably only have enough time for maybe a market or two.
Oh
This has
man.
been so much fun though. I love the low hell grinds.
I think everyone. Kirby's been to hell twice now,
Yep, 5-3 I think.
and
No,
Dafflunk has
Yama
been
and
to hell.
5-2. Yeah, Dafflunk made it to hell. TTF and Cold each made it to Olmec.
Why did someone pass up an eggplant run?
Must have.
There's a lot of going on here. Everyone's looking for the Dafflunk being focused for the any percent. So, this is kind of a general question for every single run, but for a run to be valid, you have to start in the mine. So even though it would be possible to get a Yama kill with the jungle shortcut and not go through the mine, it's not a valid run for almost every category but temple shortcut. You have to go to the mines in every single one.
Yep, that's right. There's a couple meme categories, like a reverse percent, where reverse shortcut percent, I think it's called, where you unlock the shortcuts in reverse or something. I don't know a whole lot about it. I know Mike is my Ike, and TNF recently has been running it, but
Reverse shortcut. Can you even unlock them backwards?
I don't.
TTF!
Yeah,
Focus just in time for the sack.
I think
So-
reverse percent, you beat oh yeah, you use the shortcuts in reverse. You don't unlock them. You just use each of them in reverse, and like beat the game with each one. I think that's what it is.
That's an eggplant seed. That was a jetpack present and a Kali altar that TTF just passed up.
Dang. Yeah, eggplants. Most people will say it's easier than low hell, and I don't think TTF has one.
We can check.
But I also don't think he has tried them much.
Nope, he doesn't.
Nice, that bot's so good.
Only really depends on if I spelled tic-tac-toe correctly, as he has it in Moss ranking, but I don't think I could get that one wrong. If you do, you can, you need to use the commas, sadly. I'm sorry. But, you could get it to say, things like random gibberish is not a valid category, of course, and then, like, random gibberish does not yet have a run for a category. The cooking of the bomb for the black market is always really finicky.
Yeah, it was well done. 1 HP is concerning, but she'll only have to deal with 1 jungle level exit keeper because it's a 2-3 market.
Are jungle exit keepers the worst out of the?
Yeah, I'd say so. Some of the ones in Hell can be really bad, but often enough you'll have Diagro in Hell. They're definitely worse in the jungle than in the ice caves.
Yeah, ice caves I generally find are some of my fastest levels, just because, especially if you have a jetpack, you just fall.
Yep. So this is a situation where the Spef strat would work, and I'm not sure if Kirby has done them.
Spef strats?
Yeah, for the shopkeepers in the middle layer.
Yeah, I thought she did them earlier this.
Well, I don't think I explained them as well as I could. She was on the verge of it there.
Is it so? If you want to get really granular about it, is it about where you stand on the ladder? Because in my limited understanding, as Cold starts his eggplant, my limited understanding is that if you are above a shopkeeper, he will jump, and if you are underneath a shopkeeper, he will not. He will just run. Yeah. Is it manipulating? Is it just as simple as manipulating that AI with the ladder, or is there something deeper?
Well, the ladder thing was a strat long ago, before Spef came around, and that it is related to manipulating their AI, but it's completely consistent. The Spef strat is standing on the block near the Ankh pit. If there's a Tiki or a headstone blocking the middle layered keepers from getting out, and it's pretty precise but consistent. Yeah, if there's no tombstone or Tiki trap blocking them, there's also pretty consistent strats that we knew about a long time ago. I think I explained a little bit better there, but it's kind of hard to explain without someone actively doing them.
Is it so basically it is you stand on the block, and then as they run up, you jump as the shopkeeper jumps, and he goes underneath you and into the pit.
Yeah, that's exactly right. You want to stand slightly on the right side of the block. You don't want to stand in the middle of it.
Okay, sure. I'm sure there is a video in rules and resources.
Actually, well, yeah, in Spef's chat, Spef used to stream all the time, but he's playing another game some right now that he's also very good at.
He got his tutorial percent and was like, "That's it. I'm done with Spelunky."
He has a video demonstrating the Spef strat. I think in his chat, if you type Shoppy lore or like an exclamation point Shoppy lore, he has the video for it.
So Dafflunk had to use a rope for some of the platforming.
Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah.
Still has some good resources though. Whoa, scary. Like you were saying before, the lack of spike shoes and low percent can be an issue, and it kind of was there with it.
Yeah. Like some of the things that make this run harder that a lot of hell percent runs lie on. Of course, the jetpack. You can't pick that up, but simple things like a compass would make the ice caves much, much easier, because if you go the wrong way on ice caves, you might have to use several ropes to get to the right exit, which can be run ending.
Yep, that's right.
Kirby looking for the black market on 2-3 here. She might take a bit more time before she reset. Unless she did
Yeah,
see
not
it and she knows
seeing it.
something we don't. Yeah.
This is referencing the Reddit VM.
For the... Yeah, chocolate cake is spamming in chat, but I was about to
I'm
say, what do
gonna
you
have
mean
to ban
Reddit?
him.
It's chocolate cake's
Just kidding.
VOD repository.
Yeah. He's been getting some reports on there recently. I don't think we've removed any of them, though. More power to him.
Daft Punk and Kirby going for Haunted. Oh! Kirby found the BM!
Oh my gosh. To Reddit.
Let's go!
Oh gosh, another Tiki Man in there for her.
But she got the
But
whip
she
timing.
Oh my gosh.
So, we were during the last grind, we were talking about controller usage. Another very specific part of controller usage is the D-pad versus the joystick. Do you use the D-pad or the joystick?
I use the D-pad. What about you?
I use the joystick, except if I am teabagging, and then I'll use the D-pad.
Oh gosh.
Oh man, that was a hard exit.
I use the joystick for a couple precise things, and it's kind of only a recent development because you can't turn on a dime with the D-pad. You notice if you hit left or right, your character will move a little bit, like at least a pixel. But on the joystick, if you just flick it, you can do a turnaround on a dime. Basically, you won't move at all. Your sprite will just turn around, and it's actually really useful to just reach your thumb over and do that sometimes.
Yeah.
Load.
So, that's something I ran into with no gold. The ability
Keyboard
to turn.
can't turn on a dime either.
Does the Wii Pro control with the Wii U Pro controller that has
The
a
one
D-pad?
X uses.
Yeah.
Yeah, it has a D-pad. X uses D-pad, I'm pretty sure.
All the time, yeah. Only D-pad.
Yep.
Wow. So only a couple minutes left in the scheduled time for the grind, but definitely enough to get a new world record in low percent hell.
Yep.
And we'll keep it on anyone who's still going when we end the event at 3 o'clock. That'll be the kickoff for our last runs, but yeah. I still believe. I think we're going to get one. Just need...
It's possible.
Yeah, they just need
I hope they all
warm-up.
continue to try for them on stream.
Yeah,
in
actually,
the future, because it's really fun to watch.
So we've never had someone complete low hell for the first time on a grind, but quite a few of the grind alumni have pretty soon after, in a less stressful environment, gotten it.
Yeah.
People like
I
Vlad.
think Carl.
Yeah.
Was Carl on one of them?
Yeah, probably. I'll take credit for that one. Yeah, hopefully they all have a lot of confidence after seeing this. Been really impressed by all 4 runners. Carly Ron is confused. That's right. So all 4 runners in the mines once more. One
Yeah,
thing to note.
hopefully we get another market from someone, but we might not.
I'm paying particular attention to Kirby, who's now up to almost 30k gold here. So
Oh, I
definitely know
forgot.
where. Hmm?
I forgot the first time we did one of these. Cold tried to keep track of how many markets everyone got. I
Mm.
should have done something like that this time.
Oh god, so many
It
this
was
time. I felt like I
very
was always
awesome.
zooming in and zooming out every couple minutes. Or anytime someone would die late, there'd be a replacement person.
Yeah, this probably was our most BM plentiful grind.
So again, Kirby grabbing that last bit of gold. That crystal skull is going to be enough, I believe. Yep. And this is kind of a nice level because there weren't a ton of spots where the BM could spawn in. By the way, really fast run from Daft Lunk.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, did you notice that?
Yeah, no.
Ah. It's just barely above 1 minute into
Through the level there. Oh my goodness.
Just in a trance. Let's go Daft. Alright, it's pretty good so far. Only needs a
141.
19-second level to be sub 2 into the temple. Just
I can't remember if I think he has like a 250.
Well, let's use our
or
bot,
253.
which didn't work.
Yes, it did.
I was a little slow. All right, so 250. That's a
That's really good.
that's a tough one to beat. And while I was doing that, he
Yeah,
went down.
I missed it too.
Okay, so Kirby into 2-3, 60k gold. No BM just yet, but we
Yeah,
might get
that's
him.
the main frustrating thing with the buy strat is you might not get a market, but it's definitely good when you do.
Yeah. All right, miracle bomb strats. Good slot on the left there. Believe. One more, two more. That's unfortunate. So we did see Kirby get very deep into a run with only one bomb, so technically there is one more chance. Ah, that's unfortunate.
Ripperino.
Yeah. So we've got an exciting player to host after today's grind. Sam CV was going to be our alternate for today's run, and he's pledged to stream and go for some of his own attempts. We won't be doing commentary, but yeah, it's great to have someone.
Yeah, he's been close too.
Again, another one of these top runners that just hasn't figured out the category just yet. But maybe today. Could it be?
Yep.
A lot of Dead or Restless levels. Maybe I'm just really paying attention to them.
I haven't seen a lot of bees, and I haven't seen a lot of rushing waters. I think Dead or Restless has been really seeded for this grind.
I was expecting a couple of the rushing waters to trigger, I think Daft in particular, to go underwater, collect all the treasure, even ghost it to set up
He
an
tried
aggro free.
once,
Yeah.
but there weren't any vault chests.
Yep. Alright, come on TTF, you got this. I believe the BM is here.
I really want the last 5-minute hype finish.
Yeah.
Yeah, get out your cheat engines, just get some Yama fights in. If anyone wants to see some completions, look at Kirby's VOD from last night. Quite a few Yama victories, of course. They started in Yama's lair, so not going to count for any Moss ranking runs, but Still
Yeah,
impressive.
you can
watch.
definitely see that practice helped her too. A lot of the Anubis strategies are really starting to click for her.
I hope someone does go back and figures out just how many BMs we saw for each runner, because it was quite
Yeah,
a few.
at the very least, next time we do one of these for low hell, I'll try to
TTF
keep
into a
track.
black market. He found it on the dark level.
Wowzers, another dark level market find for TTF.
I think TTF can only find them on dark levels.
Yeah, I mean, definitely does not have a problem finding them if he can find them on dark levels.
Just get out that neon sign.
We had a alpha channel made a joke black market entrance.
Still alive.
Oh my goodness!
no.
Oh! He was worried about the guy on the left, which is a valid concern in that situation.
Cold on the dark level. Let's see if he can find his black market. Black market's gonna be dark, right? Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They're usually not. It's usually not as big of a deal though, because all the lanterns in the shops helped quite a bit. But you still want to carry your torch around on low percent in there.
I think I saw someone ask this in chat, but if you use a lantern, is it still low percent?
It is.
Yeah.
Yep. Generally, if it isn't in the journal, then you can always do anything with it. Can't edit it. Any icons to the HUD. Can't pick up new resources. Flash these rules one last time. And I'm gonna double check to make sure we got Sam going. Need a raid message.
You're like something like Star Warsy, like you're my only hope for low percent hell or something. Still holding out hope
I
for
believe.
the.
Daflunk on 2-3, and it's gonna go for one of these miracle bombs. Second one, nothing.
Any percent for Kirby.
Oh, very nice. Another Dead or Restless level, so we should know where the black market is. Let's go, Daft.
Man,
Yeah, Kirby goes down. And we do see a black market for Daft. Very nice. One bomb.
nice. And he takes. Is that enough? I need to see.
No.
No, it's not.
Not quite. But it's a good start. You could, in theory, get a couple of gems on 2-4, ghost them, and that'll be enough for the young.
Being a late market is really nice.
Lots of
Man
man traps, which could be
Wow.
his saving grace and get rid of a lot of shopkeepers, or at least stun them.
Oh god, that's not
Oh
dead.
no!
He's still got it. I have faith. He's still got it.
Oh.
Ah.
Ouch. Well, we can have runners do maybe their last run, or just excuse themselves whenever they want to, and just that might be what Daflunk is doing now. TTF has found a BM. It took, I was gonna say it took
Oh, no.
one extra resource, but not really sure what happened at the bottom there. But takes a death.
And everyone's back in the mine.
Yeah.
Nope, I lied. Kirby's out.
Yep, so we'll just say this is the last run for anyone, and we will thank people as they take the L's or complete the run.
I believe.
So yeah, no real surprises today, other than I'm a little bit surprised that we don't have one just yet. I
Yeah,
did
you were saying
expect.
you thought 2 people would.
Yeah, that was my guess.
It's tough doing it on in a 3-hour window.
Yeah, a lot of
I
pressure.
think. I don't think I was expecting someone to get it, but not because of skill levels, just because of it's hard to do in a short period of time.
Yeah.
I think I was surprised how far everyone got.
Everyone, yeah.
Yeah, really nice.
No weak links in this grind.
2 Yama fights, I think.
Yep, one for Daft and one for Kirby.
Couple more Hell runs, couple more Olmec runs.
Almost a low percent PB.
Yeah, really nice low percent for Dafflunk as well. But he already has the 250, which is really excellent.
Yeah, he lost a few seconds on Olmec on that too. I remember he was really nervous and something troll happened. But yeah, it was a really good run.
Alright, Kirby looking on that last level in the jungle.
Yeah, Zach should be a good person to get in on a low hell one of these. It's the one Moss ranking category doesn't have. So really just being around Zach's and being interested. It's not like we have tryouts or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, just PM me.
And yeah, you have to not have a completion is probably the only thing.
Alright, so Kirby goes down on 2-3. And we are down to 3 runners. But really great demonstration of skill today, Kirby. Both on that low hell run that went to Yama, and also there were a couple of no gold low hell runs that got pretty deep as well. Definitely someone will get it someday if they keep at it. Seeing 2 more runners into the jungle right now as well, and Daft and Cold. By the way, we should definitely flash the streams. A lot of these players are very active, searching for
TTF streams all the time.
Definitely give those guys a follow, and hopefully they'll get the run on their own. Looks like Cold gave up as well, but also really impressive stuff today. I don't know. I feel like I want to say the same things about all the runners because they all did so well. Kill this one.
So when is the next speed event? Is there anything you have on the radar for the next grind?
I thought we were going to be able to make an announcement, but there is some tech being involved for the next one, and if it's available, then I'll make an announcement pretty soon. Definitely follow the Twitter feed as well. That'll probably be the first place it pops up, but I'll probably spam it to Reddit and the Discord as well. But yeah, we might do something else, but there's something I'm not allowed to spoil. Anyways, looks like Daft is done as well, and we'll actually zoom in on TTF.
What's that Cold video going on?
I have no idea. It's too risky. But yeah, we're on 2-3, looking for that last miracle bomb, potentially. It's looking grim for our last runner.
He's got this. It's hidden up there on the left.
I believe. Definitely next to those bees.
Right next to them. Underneath it, it's a Reddit BM, definitely.
Yep. One last check. Alright, well, thanks to all the runners. I should also
it's
say...
there! No, that's it. I'm sorry, I lowered this.
Yeah, that's the castle.
I got excited.
Also say thanks to Kenny Jupp and Flannel Violin for co-casting with me. Unfortunately, we didn't get a victory this time, but we came really, really close. Probably the closest we ever have been. Anyways, we're going to go over and raid Sam CV.
Alright.
And it says I can't raid this channel. Good stuff, Sam.
It's our one technical issue for the entire stream.
Sam, please.
You might be able to
Anyone know how to avoid this? You think hosting might work?
Yeah, I might.
Alright. So embarrassing. Alright, I'm gonna look for another person. Sam, please.
TTF might keep going. I'm not sure.
Sure. Alright. Keep watching TTF. Thanks for watching all. Raid message is great job on the grinds. Typo and everything.
Everyone, thank you for watching.